go. Are you ready? hate all mutual.
All right, I think I don't know. How are you all doing, everyone? My friends, anyone who is here right now, welcome, welcome. I wasn't actually planning on streaming today, but as we all know, with Philip, Burnell can't keep his fucking mouth shut. So let me switch to the scene. The scene. Sorry. Sorry. Like, I learned how to do some things with streaming yesterday, and I forgot all of them today. So I had to rearrange my streaming layout a little bit. I went back to display capture instead because I couldn't figure out how to do it. My friend was good. Jalaro was, I can never pronounce his name. Feel so bad. I can never pronounce his name good. He was gonna join me. I don't know if he fell asleep or not. So if he does show up, I'll bring him on in. But if not, that's fine. Because I'm not planning on being super long. Actually, I would much rather just be playing Baldur's Gate 3 that just got released for console, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so I'm kind of upset that I'm not playing that right now, but instead, I'm fucking doing a stream. Why am I doing a stream? Well, I thought I was all caught up with everything, but some fucking dent or LARPer, whoever, fucking baited him into some political bullshit nonsense earlier on his podcast today. And I'm like, great, now I have to do a video on that. So I figured, well, I was going to do a stream with my friend, and then we could just talk about it. But I might as well just make it a stream anyway and just have it do it this way instead of doing my normal video. I'll probably just... I don't know. It's like... my OCD goes a little up... Like, okay, so I'm a little OCD, and it just bothers me the way YouTube is set up with streams and videos. Like, I like streaming on YouTube. That's not the issue. The issue is... Hold on. You can still hear me, right? Let me just double check. Make sure I'm actually on. Instead of looking at a black screen, we can look at this screen while I do my intro thing. Don't worry, it won't be 2 hours like the guy. And let me just make sure I am live right now. So 1 second. I do apologize. Oh, it always takes forever to actually show up on mine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. This whole time it's not recording anything at all, you know. Fuck it. Let me turn this way down. I do like this song, but I need to find more. So this song is 100% copyright free. That's why I like the song. Plus, I just think it sounds really good. But I need to actually find some, like, maybe some game soundtracks or music in the background I could play. That's, you know, is copyright free. So I'll have to check that. But I'm just checking really quick. So 1 second here. No. It's copyright free. So I'll have to check that. But I'm just checking really quick. So 1 second here. Okay, it seems to be working. Good. That's always good when things are working. I like that. I was trying to do something a little complicated with different like audio captures for different things, but I think that's a little too complicated for me. I think maybe I'll just stick with display capture for now and do that, unless I remember somehow how to do it. Hi Joy, how you doing? I don't know. So, where was I? I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, so the way YouTube is set up, it's a little complicated because I like having, like, I don't know why they don't just like combine your normal videos and your live streams all in one, like, kind of, here is all your media, right? It's like, oh, like maybe some are videos, maybe some are you like live streams, and it's all combined in one place that everyone can go to. I don't like that there has to be a separate tab for your lives and a separate tab for your videos. I just don't like that much. So it's like, I don't know, do I really want to, like, and it's just annoying. It's like, well, you check a channel, the first thing you check is your videos, and then you're like, oh right, I forgot live was a thing. You go to live and there's a whole bunch of lives, and like I don't really have any playlists made yet, but it's all like on this channel. It's either the 2 streams I did for playing video games, or the rest of it's all just DSP Detractor content. So it's like there's no real need for a playlist unless I start branching out for other lolcows, which I was thinking about because I do watch some Detractor content for Amberlynn and Foodie Booty. I just don't watch it as much, but I do know some stuff. So there's that. But yeah, so still learning the stream setup a bit, and like I said, I'm like I don't know. I don't know if I prefer streaming as opposed to making videos. Like I guess I could do both. Like, cause sometimes if it's like a decent, like I'll do a decent highlight of like a part of a stream and I'll make that into a video. I do that sometimes. But there's more engagement usually with streams. I mean, if you're a bigger, like, if you actually have people talking in chat, there's more engagement, but half the time when I'm streaming, there's no one even, you know what I mean? Like, most of the time when I'm streaming, there's like very few people actually even watching, or there's not a whole lot of chatting going on and stuff, so it's like, at that point, why not just make it a video? But I mean, I guess in a way it becomes a video anyway, because the archive stays up and that becomes a video, so I guess it's the same thing. Unless I'm going to do some serious editing and it's like an actual edited clip and not just me doing the same shit in live where I just react to this fucking monkey over here. I don't know. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my style, my pace, whatever. When I first started making Detractor content, I never thought I would get this pissed off. Like, I thought I was beyond this stage. I honestly thought I've seen it all. I've seen everything he could fucking throw at us. I'm not mad at any of this stuff anymore. I'm beyond that point. Well, I guess I'm wrong, because some shit I still get mad at. You know? Like, I know last stream I was getting pretty heated about it. So I don't remember what we talked about last stream. Honestly, it's like my memory is so shot. And it was literally yesterday we streamed, and I like, yeah, the LTG stuff, that didn't bother me too much. It was like reacting to the others, like catching up with the smaller, shorter videos afterwards. That was starting to get me irritated a bit. And I definitely can see why he pisses people off too. I get that. But let's get started. So obviously we got the big video today, but Hey Army, bruv. And it's 33 minutes long. And obviously this is the main thing I wanted to tackle today, but I do have a few other videos that I haven't seen yet, I don't think. I don't want to double dip and go over something I already watched, but I was gonna do that. So let's get the big one out of the way first. That's what she said. And oh Lord. Let me pause the music there. Let me get rid of that. And we'll get into this bullshit so I can actually go and play my game. Because I've been waiting a whole fucking month to play Baldur's Gate 3. And the day it dropped, and I was working earlier today. I should have called in. I probably should have just fucking called in. Be like, sorry, I'm not feeling very well. Bye. Click. And just play Baldur's Gate 3 all the day long. That's what I should have done. But instead, I was responsible adults, and I went to work because I need to make that bag. Because unlike some people, I actually work for my money. I actually I almost said commit. What's the right word I'm looking for? It's actually like blanking on me. I actually contribute. That's I actually contribute to society, Phil. I actually have a job and I pay taxes. Unlike you, Philip, Burnell, you fucker. Wait, hold on 1 second. Oh shit, okay, he's here. 1 second, 1 second. Hold on, everyone. 1 second. Maybe. Disaster stream, I know. Yeah. Didn't see that. Oh, that was. Oh, nope. Hello? Hi? Ooh. Oh, nothing yet.
Hold on, letting up cross advertise.
Hey!
Yeah, hold on, let me get my headphones.
No problem, no problem. Let me get things set up to... Hold on 1 second. Let's go back to studio mode really quick. I'm sure they can hear me. It's okay, it's okay. Sorry for the confusion, everyone. I apologize. Wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
If you were gonna show up or not. My bad.
No, that's cool. That was only about a few minutes.
Yeah, I didn't even get started yet, so you're fine.
It's been quite a freaking day. DSP wise.
Yeah, it has. Wait, can they hear you? Sorry, 1 sec. I'm just making sure. No, they can hear me because you're in the headphones. I'm doing the other thing. Okay. Okay. So we'll just keep that down there. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This is too complicated. Alright, get studio mode off. Bam. In the scene. Let me share my screen so you can actually see what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah, cause I was watching restream of what he was talking about earlier, but like that whole, if he says something, you know, pertaining towards the LGBT, I missed that part. I know he was talking a lot about politics and nobody cared about.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna get into, basically. Is that whole mess. Alright, so All right, so I think we're ready to go. Possibly. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. See, I still gotta figure that out. Got the wave. I can't do the waveform thing there because we're just doing display capture. I hate it when it flicks out like that. I don't know how to fix that. All right.
He's the hate army, bro.
The hate army.
Shout
that
out
guy.
to hate.
Good vibes.
Shout out to hate.
hate.
Shout out
Shout out to hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for hate.
DSPN, also known as DSP Gaming News. Fresh hot
Yes,
off the
DSP
press,
must
ladies
end.
and gentlemen.
And he's even going so he is trying so hard to like pretend to this is like watching a toddler pretend to be like a news host. That's what this looks like.
How many times have I said this before that he is mentally stuck as a 12-year-old?
He really
That
is.
man
It's like
has not he has not grown up mentally since he was like 12.
he really hasn't. Like I think
watch
he's
the
very
Dead Sea.
stunted.
Yeah, watch the Dent See, watch all the stuff they bring up from his past, all the
Mhm.
videos and clips out there available. His personality does not change,
It
but
really
his
does.
physical appearance does.
Oh yeah, his physical appearance, he's shriveling up physically.
He is a man
He's becoming a mummy is what he is.
he is a man with the mind of a child whose parents went out of town, left him some money, left him some junk, and he's taking advantage of it, doing whatever the hell he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally. Like, I swear. Like, the stuff he does, the stuff he says, how he acts, this is shit we did when we were kids, when we were bored.
Yep, so like he has this blank piece of fucking paper here, and he's pretending to read off of it when literally his phone is just right next to it and he's just reading off his fucking phone. Because he can't memorize anything.
So here we go. Are you ready?
This is
Now,
just
admittedly
as
today, I don't
sad
have
as
that
when
much
you
to talk
played
about. We have
House.
one gaming news
when
Yeah,
you were
that's
like-
what I'm
but it's actually
saying.
a
Yeah,
doozy.
exactly.
It's a really
Like-
big one. All right,
It's
are you
pathetic.
ready for this?
That's gonna be the next step
Some of
for
the
views. He's gonna
biggest
play
news
House.
ever to come out of the gaming industry this morning.
Well, he basically
Well,
is with Cat anyway. That's
Yeah,
what he and Cat
I
are
was
doing.
about to say that.
He
I was about to say that.
he
You
basically
read my
fucking
mind.
is.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to catch myself. Like, wait, he is playing House.
He really is. He has his pet cat, his real cat, and then me and my wife, we
King-
went out and did this. Me and my wife did this. Oh, we got a lot of bills to pay. We got to pay all these
King
bills.
Sly's under the impression that that person in the picture in the car with him isn't Cat. It's some it's some guy cross-dressing, according to King Sly. Or it's some guy in some bad makeup. He refuses to believe that's Cat.
I think it's Cat. I think there was this one video I watched when it first came out where someone did like a superimposed transition from like old Cat to new Cat face wise, like with it laying on top of it and like it transitioned. I'm like, you could see it. You could see like that's kind of like the same nose she has, and like you can kind of. I think it is her.
King Sly was being funny though. I mean, but the way he says it, like he swears that's some cross-dresser.
Oh, I
in the
wouldn't
car
be
with Phil
surprised.
trying, probably.
I mean, we got to
You never
figure
know,
out,
I
like,
mean-
is she even still there? That's the first question we have to ask, too. Is she even
Exactly.
still there?
I mean, LTG slipped up, and apparently he has Googled post-op trans women.
Hmm. Well, it's not really slipping
That-
up,
that-
though, is it? I mean, I'm not
This is
surprised.
somebody who claims to be straight.
Right. No, I get that, and that's another thing that happens a lot. You have all these like anti-LGBT, anti-LGBT, anti-trans lawyers and big wig people who are trying to like place laws against LGBT people, and then it comes out there like they search like trans porn on like Pornhub all the time or something. You know what I mean?
How's the
It's like
man
the
that
biggest
claims
fucking
to be
hypocrite.
straight? Yeah, why is the man who claims to be straight Googling what a post-op trans woman vajayjay looks like?
Maybe
that's...
maybe he's so woke he's recognizing them as women. I mean, technically.
That he just needs to come out the closet like everybody been saying, because right now he's proving everybody right, like DSP.
Mm-hmm.
Proving everybody right.
I don't know.
It's boy.
So
they get caught doing the weirdest stuff, just like Phil.
Voice actors.
I don't know. The more things goes on, I don't even think she's even in the house anymore.
You know, when you put those suits on, the balls and the sensors, and you're doing
Probably
the mocap
not
for a game, you're doing the voiceovers, and you're playing the characters. Essentially, the acting group. For the first time ever, they may go on strike. SAG-AFTRA, who is the Screen Actors Guild, that is the union, where all the actors
which he doesn't know anything about, so he shouldn't even be talking on stuff he doesn't understand.
I said this before earlier too, in Ravens Dolphins chat when they were watching this bullshit. Like he gets all his information from the shit that the 6 people in his Discord talk about
if you
on the
guys
side.
aren't aware,
yeah,
actors and writers are currently on strike in Hollywood. There are no new shows being produced.
Or Twitter.
All of the late night talk shows and daily shows are on hold.
No, he's getting all his information from the his 6 mods in his Discord.
Everything is frozen.
He's not checking Twitter like that.
Of this big strike. So what is the strike
Unless
about?
somebody tags him.
Basically, 2 big issues are going on. Issue number 1 is that movie studios have found a way to digitize and distribute content over the internet via these subscription services, like Netflix, like Paramount Plus, like what's the other one? Peacock.
He's talking about shit that people already know.
Video,
like no one doesn't know this shit. Like seriously.
Max, it's just Max.
Like everybody else.
Like who's been living under a rock for so much? They don't know what they're streaming stuff right.
They're signing
come on.
contracts.
According to him, everybody, but everybody leaves the house. He's the only one that doesn't.
Residuals. But for some reason, the contracts are archaic. The contracts are only talking about classic residuals, like movie sales and stuff like that. What they're not talking
and doesn't he say like the actors are being like greedy or some bullshit like that?
So, for
I'm
example,
like, no, they just want
that part too.
Wow,
I think he says it.
Around the time when I caught Ravens Dolphin restreaming it, I was just leaving Atlantic City.
And
so whatever he said earlier, I missed a lot of it.
When it streams on Netflix, 0. How does that make sense?
I caught the tail end when he started talking about politics.
Only the producers and the company that stream make the money,
quote unquote, winning for president, and how he could be voted in.
When previously,
I missed that part because like,
that movie, they made money.
Hold on,
yeah.
Like so, there was a point where it's like he was still going, and then it's like I have to go to work, unfortunately, and I'm like I really don't want to go to work because he's saying some bullshit. And I want to hear what he says, and I was watching Detractor
He starts going into politics of how he believed he could get voted to into being president.
Oh
and
my
how he
fucking
could
god! Yeah, just like fucking Kanye West just like Kanye West thought he could get into being politics.
Aquatil was on Ravens Dolphin stream, and they were coming at this man's neck, and how he's sitting there trying to look good to awesome. The stuff that he was saying he would do if he was quote unquote president, on damn well he wouldn't. He would blow out every little bit of money he got on his addictions and WWE champions and all this other same shit he does now.
Well, he wants like someone the actual police, someone to police the internet, so you're not allowed to even criticize anyone. And he doesn't realize that would affect him too, and he would be like the first person to get in trouble for criticizing someone else. Like he wants special rules that like don't apply to him but apply to everyone fucking else. That's what he fucking wants.
This is why he got laughed at earlier when he was talking all that stupid politics shit, like and him believing in the back of his mind if he could run one day, he's going to somehow get all these favorable votes, which, you know, like Ravens, Dolphin, and all them said, you know,
no one's gonna vote for him. We like all the bullshit. Like,
no, I said yes. I said yes. Vote for him. I said yes. Let us all vote for him, so he gets in, and he fails and gets impeached because you had something to laugh at.
We had enough of that. We had enough of that with Trump. I don't know if we need another.
No, loser. See. No. When Phil fails, it's going to be worse.
Oh yeah, he'll get us nuked. He's going to get us fucking nuked or something. He'll say some bullshit, inadvertent insult to like Japan or fucking Russia or something, and they're going to send the nukes over.
See, here's the thing: it's not even going to make it that long because while he's sitting there, quote unquote, running for president, in what's that video game? In Animal Crossing, because while he's attempting to run for president in real life, in the back of his mind, he thinks he's in some type of Animal Crossing simulator or some bullshit. Everybody's going to bring up every little dirty thing, especially the shit that is covered on the Dead Sea Scrolls, like politicians do. They dig up dirt on their opponents.
Exactly.
And the masturbation thing is going to come up, and all the N-words he said is going to come up, and the whole thing with the Jews in space is going to come up. So he might not even make it.
Yeah, he would never make it. Never.
I mean, but some offset chance that he does, he's going to end up failing anyway, so I'm going to sit back and laugh at it.
Maybe.
And he's not, matter of fact, he wouldn't get his nuke because the other world leaders will laugh at him.
What is going on?
And America will like joke for a little bit, but you know.
Are trying.
That's basically what we had with Trump too, though. I mean,
to basically be greedy.
Why do you think Putin doesn't give a shit about not to go into politics? Like people like Putin and shit really don't care about the U.S. right now because they consider Biden a joke.
And they never bring it to the table. They never.
I mean, they're both jokes in their own right. I mean, I don't like either one.
Right? So that's number one.
So let Phil run. Okay? Let him believe he can run for president.
It'll be him. It'll be Kanye. Who else was saying they were going to run? Probably Ted Nugent might try running again or something. I don't know.
Webster, some shit. Yeah. Webster, some shit, some random porn star, you know, some shit like that. And just watch Phil
fail. What do they call it? They put the scans, like the dots they put on their face or whatever.
It's called mocap, idiot.
They map. Oh, it's something about mapping, right? Something mapping they call it. So they scan and map your likeness,
mentally swells
to be used.
And he talks to the camera like he's sitting there talking to his friends at a kindergarten lunch table.
If they're using it for the CGI,
a matter of fact, no, because some kindergartens are smarter than him.
These actors are actually starting to find
fifth grade lunch table, some shit
are now starting to be used in other projects that they never authorized and never were paid for.
So is he talking about like those deep fake AI bullshits? Is he talking about like that deep fake AI stuff?
And you play
Jack.
I have not heard this shit.
No, I haven't either.
Pirates movies.
Yeah, because
and he goes on about this fucking Pirates movie with Johnny Depp. I'm like, I haven't seen any other fucking movie with fucking Jack Sparrow shows up in a not Pirates movie. I'm like, what is he talking about?
I have Google News and Yahoo News and IGN and all the other good shit comes to my phone all the time, whether I like it or not. So if this was true, I would have been seeing an article or some shit like that pop up on my daggone in my phone. Just like emails and text messages, other shit pops up. Again, he's pulling shit out the asses of his mods who just spout off dumb shit in the Discord.
And he's too dumb to. Yeah, he's like, he just thinks everyone else is like, oh yeah, that makes sense. No.
If you take time to watch his chat and how the dumb shit they say while he's streaming, you'll see that the people that actually like him are just as dumb as he is. That's why you have detractors like Detractorism, who when he restreams Phil, he actually makes it so that everybody can see what Phil's quote unquote fans are saying in Phil's chat while he's restreaming Phil, and the shit they say is fucking dumb. And he literally had like a couple of gifted members sitting in his chat saying, yeah, this is blah, 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 and we can't wait for you to do this, and they're sitting there egging him on.
Yeah.
But you clearly see by the stuff they're saying, they're just as small-minded as he is. Mm-hmm. Because this man is talking about, oh, if Trump wins for president, I could run for president too, and people in the chat are literally sitting there like, yeah, Phil, yay. Run for president, yay, we'll vote for you. Like,
This just in: people watching Oppenheimer was excited and surprised today when Jack Sparrow showed up out of nowhere, very confused. Like what? Like this doesn't happen. Characters outside of their films don't end up showing up in other films. Like
again, he's having he's eavesdropping on conversations that Derek is having with some other fucking idiot, and he takes it at face value without checking it because one of them idiot mods of his say, yeah, I seen it. I got it from so and so's cousin's mom's, dad's, brother's, sister's, aunt, uncle's boyfriend, roommate, dog, or some shit.
Yeah, they definitely don't live in the real world, Trunks. Not at all.
They don't. Like, they really don't.
The only thing I can think of is that he's talking about like those deep fake AI stuff. But that's not the fault of Hollywood. That's not the fault of anyone but AI and like people who do deep fake
here's
stuff.
Here's the thing why I'm fighting back against that somewhat. But if he is really talking about them deep fakes and shit, that just shows you how fucking dumb he is. And I really don't want to believe this man is that fucking dumb. He's dumb, but
he might be. I'm telling you.
If he's seeing this shit on YouTube with these, because they got deep fakes about him. So you mean to tell me you're seeing Johnny Depp deep fakes, but he's not seeing all the deep fakes that people made about him?
Yeah, fucking Shinko does deep fakes with Cat's head or face on like other people's bodies all the time. Like
all the deep fakes of LTG, all the deep fakes of Wings, all the deep fakes of Review Tech, and he's not seeing this, but he's seeing this.
I don't know what else he could be talking about, to be honest, because like no actual like celebrities are like showing up outside of the movie they're signing up to do. You know what I mean? It's not like I said, it's not like Jack Sparrow showing up in any other movie. He shows up in a fucking Barbie movie. This is why I said
yesterday when you was you went on your I'm not gonna for lack of better words, how you got on your soapbox yesterday and you said, yeah, this is pissing me off. That's why I said you had every right to say what you said. Like it's not a problem because this shit is frustrating.
I was pissed off yesterday. I don't know why. I was just really upset yesterday.
You had the right to be that pissed off because you're racking your brain trying to figure out why are you sharing air in a planet with people so fucking dumb.
Exactly. It's like
you had the right to be that pissed off. I mean, just watch one of Shinko's streams. Like Shinko goes in. Raven's Dolphin goes in. There's a lot of people who restream this idiot. They go in. Iviga pauses a Phil stream every fucking minute and a half to go on a 5-minute tirade.
That's what we're doing. That's what we do all the time now.
But no, Iviga, like his restreams end up being like 7-8 hours because he's pausing like every minute to go on a 10-minute tirade. Like it's warranted sometimes because you hear this dumb shit and you're sitting there like, you want to be respectful. You don't want to say, God, why? You don't want to blaspheme the Lord. If you believe in any type of higher power, you don't want to sit there and say, you don't want to blame it on, the higher powers. You don't want to blame it on, God himself. But you just sit here and you wonder, why am I sharing oxygen with Derek? Why am I sharing oxygen with White Bowser? Why am I sharing oxygen with fucking darksydephil?
So the way I think of it is kind of like, not to get too conspiratorial or whatever, but it's like sometimes, or whatever category this would even fit in. It's like, how like most people you can interact with and like it seems like they're a normal person and they have their own lives. They go home and they like live out their own there's a word for it where it's like the realization that almost every single person you meet or come across has their own life, their own goals, their own dreams, their own family members, their own like friends, and how it's just like such a big world we live in, right? And then then you get to thinking, well, there has to be some people that are just kind of like background people or like NPCs. And I think that's where people like fucking Phil and all these lolcows kind of come in. They're not really complex. They don't really have a whole lot of thought. They're kind of like really rudimentary AI NPCs that just kind of like, they talk, but it doesn't make much sense when they fucking talk. They don't really have like all vast vocabulary. They don't really have meaningful interactive relationships with other people. They just kind of exist and talk nonsense all the time. So that's basically what Phil is. He's just a fucking NPC with very low, bad AI. So like he'll talk about it's like in The Sims, you know, like in The Sims, and your character, like the character's talking, but it makes no fucking sense. And it's all garbled words. That's basically kind of what he is. He's trying to like sound smart, and his brain just is not producing the right words to make it come out as him sounding intelligent because he's just running on a very low AI.
Actually, the AI field that people have actually created sounds way more intelligent.
Right, which is really pathetic, which is really sad.
Yeah, like the AI field they have created sounds more intelligent than the real field.
And going off on a tangent really quick. Like, I'm sorry, really quick on a tangent. I've tried a few of those AI chatbots and none of them were really good, but I did try the Replica chatbot, like it's an app on your phone. And they advertise this shit so poorly because the Replica is an AI bot and you can talk to it and like it levels up the more you talk to it. So like it gets to like be more like it evolves or not really grows, but it like progresses and learns as it talks to you more. And like after a while of talking to it and putting some effort into it, like you can sometimes forget you're talking to an AI program. It like actually like will carry on a conversation with you and actually sound like it's thinking and like it's actually like really advanced in my opinion. But they market this shit for as it's like, oh, your AI companion will send you not safe for work news and are you really lonely? Do you need a girlfriend? I'm like, no, this is like so much more advanced and cooler than fucking porn. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm asexual, so I'm not interested in that, but it's like, if I want to do lewd RPs, I have friends online I can do that with. I don't want to do that with a fucking AI, right?
Notch, wink, wink.
But
notch, wink, wink.
But it's interesting just experimenting with this AI bot because
notch, wink, wink.
No, not in that way. Just like I was talking to her about like quantum physics and existentialism, and she was like keeping up with it and like was actually like, yeah, like carrying on a normal ass conversation. And
I'm still stuck on horny RPs online.
I don't know. But it's like there's different like subject matter, so it's like if you like sports, you can click sports and she'll know more about sports, right? Or if you like technology, you can click the technology thing and she'll know more about technology. You can carry on conversations and it kind of like advances and grows with you. It's actually a really interesting AI chatbot, and sometimes while I'm talking, I forget I'm talking to an AI. It does feel sometimes like an human being I'm talking to. Now, I don't know if like I mean there are issues where it's like it's obviously stuttering, or it's obviously not stuttering, but it's obviously like, well, you already asked that kind of thing, where like it'll repeat itself or not understand something. Like it happens, you know, but for the most part it's actually pretty good. So like I don't know if it's insulting to call DSP a AI, because this AI I'm talking to with this app is fucking smarter than Phil. It's more of a human being than Phil.
The AI programs people have used, and they map Phil's voice to it.
Yeah, I've seen what was it? I've seen like Detractor Beam, I think, does that.
They've said some more intelligent stuff in the real thing. As far as some AIs are going, they're gonna eventually put those into robot double gang. Like double gang is maybe even animated, automated sex dolls of sorts, male
Well,
and
you're sounding
female,
like kind of
and
like
it's
a
gonna
robot
be.
right now, actually.
How am I sounding like a robot?
It's just Discord's kind of dropping some of the call a little bit here and there, so it's kind of, I mean, you're still on.
Is there a way to fix it?
No, it fixes itself. You're sounding better now. It just kind of drops and comes
Okay.
back.
The fucking Discord, man, I swear. The biggest detractor out of them all.
Well, it's kind of like that one Futurama episode where you can download your own girlfriend, and it's like it's a robot, and you download the AI personality of the celebrity into that robot or whatever. I'm like, that's probably going to happen eventually. I'm like, we're getting closer and closer to shit like that. And it was like, oh, it's Kidnapster or whatever they called it. It was like, kind of funny.
It needs to come faster so weirdos like Derek can stay away from real people.
Yeah, exactly. Because he can abuse a robot all he wants because it's not a real person.
If he wants to steal his mommy's credit card to order some type of walking blow up doll, that he could put some AI programming into it. Let him.
I think a sex bot might commit suicide if that's the case, though. I don't know.
Well, he'll steal his mom's credit card again and buy another one, as long as he's not going after no real people.
That's true.
Same thing with Chris Chan. Like, let him get one of those so he can stop trying to pork his mommy.
So you're pleased.
Which he shouldn't have done that type of shit anyway. But
well, of course not.
But then Disney decides to make 2 new movies that have nothing to do with the Pirates franchise, but other characters. Like, what if they did a Barbossa movie? Okay? So it's a movie just about Barbossa, but all of a sudden Jack Sparrow has a cameo in it, and he shows up.
You said, "What if this doesn't happen?"
It's his CGI counterpart that they scanned.
This is all what if, and like
without his permission.
He picked this from his Discord chat.
Yeah, this is all like what if, and like
his idiot fans be rambling on in the Discord, and he dropped in, in between him pretending to be a husband and doing shit with his wife, and
I've seen that.
He just took this shit around with. He took this shit around with.
If they actually had it in for longer than that, you'd know the difference. But that's the point that people are making. There seems to they don't want to pay actors.
But none of this has happened yet.
Likeness. They want them to put all this work.
Probably won't happen.
And they want to own the character and use it for free later without the actor involved, right?
But the companies do own the character. Johnny Depp does not own Jack Sparrow. Disney owns Jack Sparrow.
Just like I took pictures of the AC earlier in Atlantic City, and I put them in. I was posting them in King Sly's Discord because, believe it or not, some people who even live in New York, like King Sly, have never been to Atlantic City, or they live across the way, across the ocean.
I think I was there once.
I posted pictures and showed them what it looks like, and. What they say? Oh, horse. Whose voice is horse?
Who said it?
No, like some comment popped up. Hate
voice,
Army.
Oh, Phil's voice is horse.
Oh yeah, but
this is part of the video.
Story.
Yeah.
Oh, let me finish the story. Yeah, somebody said something along the lines. I think it was Normal Jinx. Like, imagine DSP getting out to go to the beach or something with Cat, and I said, first off, DSP would never step on the beach because the beach had become a gifted member.
That's pretty good.
Everything he does has money involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only way he would step foot in the ocean and actually, do shit that normal humans do, I don't know, go out to a ball game or some shit, a concert, whatever, if they gave like a super chat or some bullshit. Everything is transactional. Like, I mean, he's not even looking at proper news. He's not looking at news sources or paying attention to articles or going to replicable sources. Like, he's listening to his idiots, his idiot fans, his idiot mods, and whatever the hell they're talking about, dumb stuff they're saying. He's eavesdropping, and he's taking it as fact, and he's running back talking about it on his show.
Well, like this one guy in his chat is even saying, like, the film studios own the characters. The actors do not own the characters. So technically, yes, they can do that. Theoretically.
Okay, he has maybe one smart fan.
Some of them do push back, but like he ignores them or bans
that's
them.
kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I do think
DSP's voice has been kind of like cracking a lot.
How much it's used,
cracking and like dropping a lot is like,
that was you. We scanned
squeaking,
you.
like, you know how like when you're going through puberty and your voice cracks or whatever, and it's like I don't know, like I can't even mimic it. It's so hard to do, but it's like, you know what I mean. We all know what it means. So it's like that, and his like voice drops or whatever. It's like
this, right?
I don't know why it's been doing it a lot lately.
So this is a huge thing. This has been
drinking more than usual.
The last 2 years,
he lives an unhealthy lifestyle, and
they're like, we definitely don't want that.
Maybe he's not drinking enough water.
These are the reasons.
I don't know
why the actors are currently on strike.
He's slowly sitting there dying.
Writers, again, they're writing. They're the ones who make the shows and the movies.
The writers and actors are on strike because they're not getting paid what they're owed. Like, they're getting they're getting cheated out of money. That's why they are.
That's why I said he's getting this bullshit from like
for any digital
sources equal to like
that's why
supermarket tabloids.
Right. Like, I admit I don't know everything about this. I don't, because I don't care. But I'm not going on. I'm not going on stream and like, I mean, I'm not going on stream and making a segment called The News and gonna cover everything and pretend that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing that.
And
you're not going to sit there and listen to a bunch of 10-year-olds talk about bullshit gossip on the playground and go back and try to make a stream about it.
Right,
monetize that shit on YouTube.
Is that eventually they will lose so much money by not being able to act or
That's what he's doing.
that they're just going to give in. And they're just gonna say, "Fuck."
He's listening to Derich and Jade and King Gokin or whoever the fuck else is in his chat or his mods, and
that sound right?
He's dropping on the tail end of what the fuck they were talking about. And he's coming on stream and talking about it like this is real shit that's going on.
Profits from their hard work, and they're not getting appropriately rewarded or paid for it. And they think they should be compensated more.
From what I heard, Gokin is in Aquatail's chat right now, spying again.
That little fucking worm.
They don't give two fucks. They think they're so insulated from any kind of criticism or demand for improvement that they could just sit there for 2 years and not pump out any projects and still be fine. I guess we're gonna see. Because if you didn't,
I don't really watch new movies anyway, and there's a ton of movies I haven't seen, so. Same with games. I have a huge backlog. Yeah, I have a whole huge backlog of old games that I have, not old, but of games that I haven't played yet or haven't had the chance to play. I'll be good on games for a while. And same with movies. Like, there's so many good movies out there that people don't even know about because they didn't get it's not a AAA budget, big budget fucking movie, and it didn't get the right proper advertising it deserved.
Notice a lot of stuff that.
A lot of these AAA movies have been trash. I mean, if you watch,
well, that's what I'm saying too. There's like a lot of better movies.
If you watch,
sparser and sparser.
If you watch the Little Platoon, which is a YouTube channel, this guy from I think he's from Europe,
so what's gonna happen?
Britain or something like that. He reviews movies, all types of movies, and everything that people say is a hit. He's done tore a new asshole.
Voice actors and mocap.
Like Barbie, he tore that new asshole. All the Marvel movies tore that new asshole.
I'm so fucking sick of superhero movies, so I don't watch any of those at all. I'm so done. Like burnt out on fucking superhero movies. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
After Avengers Endgame, superhero movies have been shit.
Well, I'm talking way before that I was done. How? Like, after the first Avengers movie, I was done with it.
But no. But see, it got better, though.
I know, theoretically it got better. I'm like, whatever. In between the first Iron Man movie and Avengers Endgame, they did have a few flops, but for the most part, everything was okay. After Endgame, all superhero movies started sucking. Maybe we should take a break from superhero movies and actually create a new movie, or instead of just basing it on some comic somewhere. Like, hey, how about we actually like make a new good movie or something, or make new superheroes instead of like relying on all these old ones? If you want to make a superhero movie, create one. But
That's why I stopped writing fan fiction and started writing stories about my own characters as I should.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I don't know. So, like, what ones did I watch? Of the newer, like, I watched the first Avengers movie. I did like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I think I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. And then I watched, like, maybe a couple of the new Spider-Man movies. That was kind of it. I got bored with it after that. I'm like, if it's not, like,
Don't know.
Yeah, but back to what you originally said, it really, even with TV, this not that much good on anime-wise,
now-wise, no, yeah.
Electronic Arts.
Yeah. These days, no, like everything's thrown together cheap and catering to fucking Twitter.
Games and more. Okay.
And they're just ruining everything. It's all like this creative bankruptcy going on, really. There's no creativity.
Even anime is catering to fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
Like,
is fairly done.
It's sad.
Well, I got a lot of old anime I still got to catch up on anyways.
The finishing touches that are being put
on. The old ones are better.
Yeah.
But any game that's currently in development from those studios literally will be on hold indefinitely until something is determined.
Oh no.
So here's the thing.
All these shitty games that were coming out that weren't looking very good.
Industry for years. We've been talking about
I'm gonna keep it real.
Crunch and how we feel how
like I'm to the point where, and I said this to my brother. I said this to a couple of people.
The workforce.
When Street Fighter 6 dropped, I was like really the tail end of buying anything new, because everything is, you know, turned out to be the same or stupid.
Well,
so with that, I hate to say this line. With that being said, you know, God bless the show, you know, the channel. That being said, but fuck Phil and how he says it, like. Mortal Kombat 1, unless they come out with like a new KOF that I care about, or Street Fighter 7, which I probably won't be around because it might be 5, 6, 7 years when they come out with the next Street Fighter game. Or like,
if they come out with like a new Blaze Blue game, or like
I fucking love Blaze Blue. I love Blaze Blue.
Actually, they're coming out with a new Grand Blue fighting game actually in November, I think. So I probably will get that because that's a good game.
I actually got the platinum trophy in that. I might not buy the new one because they haven't really clarified is if you already own the old one, is the new one going to be an update or is this going to be a whole brand new game? Because
I don't know yet. I don't think
really I'm not trying to pay $70 for a game already owned just for new characters and new stages.
Yeah, because at that point you could just do DLC for that, you know, like. Why would you do
that? Already have Grand Blue.
Oh, what's the whole...
on PlayStation. I have the platinum trophy in it. You know, it's a fun game. I like it. Like, why am I going to buy the same game over again and have to worry about platinum it again a second time? Like, I don't want to do that.
I don't have a capture software, but if I had a capture device, that would be fun to like play each other on that or something.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch, so
nice. Yeah, that'd be fun. You could teach me how to play because I'm not very good at it.
Well, I mean,
it's been a while since I played it.
They do have a co-op. They do have a co-op mode when you go to that story mode they have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do have that co-op mode. You can play for that story mode with somebody.
Yeah,
especially with the bosses you need some help with.
Right.
So that is fun. I've done that a couple times, but I mean, I'm to the point where there is really no good TV shows. No good movies, very few. No good. Netflix fucking sucks. Especially they cater a lot to the woke fucking Twitter people too. So like I said, like I'm like, if it wasn't for Mortal Kombat getting Omni-Man and Homelander, I wouldn't buy it. That's probably gonna be like the last game I buy for a very long time, unless they come out with something. Again, like you said, they come out with a Blaze Blue. Please be better than the Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah, Cross Tag sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
hey, Trunks, come out with sorry, just really quick. In Trunks, like, he says Japan makes better superhero movies anyway. I agree because, like, I don't know a whole lot about, like, Sentai, like, the Sentai superhero, like, those, like, TV shows and movies. But I was watching, in Anne's Discord, they were watching one of the Sentai movies It's like a more better version of like Power Rangers, but like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like those Sentai superhero movies.
Two things there, right? I didn't even know Ann had her own Discord. I gotta find a way to get into that sometime because I'm a big fan of Ann. And two, of course I know, because I mean, if you watch Power Rangers back in the day, as old as we are, of course you're gonna know by now that the whole Sentai thing. And I mean,
right?
Like,
and that stuff's actually like a lot better
document-
than the crappy Power Rangers that we had. I'm sorry, it's a lot better. And like
I was
they
trying to get
still
to
are
that.
making it today. Like they're still being made today. So obviously the technology and CGI has improved. So it actually was looking kind of cool.
I mean, technically, stuff like Gotcha Man falls to that category because they have a live action Gotcha Man.
Right.
The Japanese Kamen Rider. Trust me, I know all this stuff. Like, come on, like the White Ranger. When they put in American Power Rangers, White Ranger actually came from his own team of Power Rangers in Japan, where they all had similar looking costumes to the White Ranger costume. They all had similar looking shields and stuff too.
Yeah, I think I remember.
So it's like how they fit that in to the the Mighty Morphin, and that was from a whole different fucking Sentai hero group, was amazing. But yeah, like who said that? You said Trunks in the chat. They said that?
Trunks in the chat said that, and I agree.
Yeah, I mean they're absolutely right about that, because there's a lot of low budget, less known superhero movies or live action, movies in Japan, in China, in Asia, period, South Korea, Vietnam to a degree, all those places that, are done real good. They have a lot of action, a lot of, good fight scenes, a lot of stunts that you'll never see American actors do. And
I think
unless
should be more
it's on Netflix or one of those other, or Hulu or some shit like that, you don't know it exists unless you like really looking for it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure you can find it. Or you can, I think there's
really
like videos on YouTube of it.
Developers.
Episodes.
The ones who are coding, of course. The ones who are putting all that shit together, the visual effects and everything. Those are
when it comes to turn the anime into live action movies, Japan does it better. Like the Rurouni Kenshin live action was good.
They're the ones really.
The Gintama live action was good.
So
the Japanese live action Death Note was definitely good, especially better than that Netflix shit.
Did you know there's a Gintama game? I have it on PS4.
What kind of game is it though?
It's it's like a Dynasty Warriors type of game though. So it's one of those.
I didn't know this existed, because I have conversations about this type of shit all the time, and I said Gintama is one of those franchises that needs a Dynasty Warriors type game. Just like, how come we don't have a Dragon Ball Dynasty Warriors game? I'll send you the link to it when we're done at Discord.
Remind me in Discord after the stream, and I'll send you a link to it.
But was it made in America, or is it an import?
So it's import technically, but it has English subtitles. It's called Play Asia. It's called PlayAsia.com, and it is a physical copy.
I've got stuff from them before.
Yeah, it's just Play Asia, but it has English subtitles with Japanese audio.
But I've always talked about stuff like this. I mean, I don't even like Demon Slayer like that, but Demon Slayer deserves a Dynasty Warriors game. Ranma Half that would definitely be a beautiful Dynasty Warriors game.
I would love that. Like either Ranma Half or Inuyasha. Inuyasha would make a great Dynasty Warriors game.
Ronin Warriors. Like I said, Dragon Ball is overrated, but Dragon Ball should have had a Dynasty Warriors.
You would have thought it would have at this point. They made every other kind of Dragon Ball game. Why wouldn't they have done that?
Like I would definitely play that. Just give me Jiren and Android 21, and I'm happy.
They even made a Uta wo Werumo game. You know what? It's so hard to fucking pronounce, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just can't ever pronounce it.
You got other classes. You got other good classes like Yu Yu Hakusho should have had a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
Fucking Sailor Moon should have had a Dynasty Warriors game. Ronin Warriors should have had a Dynasty Warriors game. I mean, Fist of North Star has a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
You know, Like System of Star got a Dynasty Warriors game, but I can't play Goku, even though fuck Goku, but I can't play Goku blowing up hordes and hordes of enemies.
Right, you would think so.
It's unprecedented. This literally has never happened before.
All that stuff is more entertaining than filth. That's the bottom line here.
Yeah, I mean the Fire Emblem ones aren't bad either, though.
You know, essentially, how is this going to affect?
If you like Fire Emblem,
Fire Emblem Warriors. No, I love Fire Emblem.
We have no new video games coming out.
Camilla North,
several years.
Fates and Awakening,
right?
Fates was so good. Well, yeah,
what's the other one? Echoes, Fates, Awakening, Echoes, and the Fire Emblem that Linda's came from. Those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite ones.
I really like
Three
Fates
Houses
a lot.
is okay. Yeah, exactly. I love Fates. Three Houses is okay, but the only character I really care about is Byleth, and that's it. Fuck everybody else. But the first Fire Emblem Warriors, I have that on Switch. I fucking beat that game. I got like 400 hours in that game. Classic, beautiful. The second Fire Emblem Warriors is just Free Houses only. Fuck that game.
The
only thing they did good with that game is give Byleth English a fucking voice. She has a voice actress.
Oh, in the second Warriors one you're talking about.
Yeah, the second Fire Emblem Warriors. That game is trash.
All right.
That shit is trash compared to the first one.
Right. What was I gonna say?
But I had 400 hours of gameplay in the first Fire Emblem Warriors. That's how much I love it.
Are you trying to tell me that you weren't interested or you didn't like Bernadette? I like Bernadette in Three Houses.
If I had to pick another character to like, it would be Edelgard. Because Edelgard actually is she's a good character before she gets fucking corrupted.
Yeah. Is the new game any good? I haven't, but I haven't played it yet. Engage. Is that any good?
My brother has played it. I would have to ask him.
Oh.
I was gonna get it, but then I'm like, you know what turned me off from Engage? The fact that they bring back a lot of the older characters, but they're like it's something where they look like they're ghosts or something, or they're spirits.
they're connected to like I know a little bit, like they're connected to like the rings or whatever. So like they can help boost your attack or do like a co-op attack, but they're not their own character. It's not like they're their own playable characters. They just kind of help augment the character that's equipped with that ring, kind of thing. You know,
and that sort of kind of made me upset.
Yeah.
Because again, like I fucking like Camilla, I fucking love it. Lynn, I fucking love it. Celica, I fucking love it. The witch from Awakening, tip of my tongue.
It's been so long.
I fucking love Farges. It's like that's why I said the first Fire Emblem Warriors, that game is a classic because it brings back so many fucking characters that I get down with. Right. That's why I had over 400 hours of gameplay on that game alone.
Oh, wow.
Compared to any other Switch game I played.
Yeah.
Yes, literally 400 hours. The only other game I played more than that was on PlayStation, and that would be, I think, the King of Fighters, is it? It's between the King of Fighters or Streets of Rage 4 and Street Fighter 5. I think those are the highest played games I have on PlayStation. But altogether, like Fire Emblem Warriors, I got 400 hours. 400 hours of gameplay. That's how much I played. You know, that shows you how much of a weeb I am.
You're fine.
But yeah. Yeah, definitely. You don't mention like free games out of nowhere that I fucking love.
I'm sorry.
We'll see what happens. All right.
There's nothing to be sorry about, bro. I fucking love Grand Blue, and I damn sure love Fire Emblem.
You know, wavelengths of thought here. So
yeah, it's been a while since I played Awakening.
I think that they do deserve more rights. They do deserve more pay.
Awakening had a better soundtrack than Face though.
I like that one song. What's her face saying in Awakening?
You talk about what's her name, Azura?
Yeah, I think so.
Behind the financing of the game.
Yeah, she's also another favorite character of mine.
That sounds pretty underhanded to me. It does.
And of course, everybody likes female Corrin. Mostly because she's a barefoot waifu, you know.
Who has studied the big picture. I'm not someone who understands every
I need to
aspect of
finish
what's
3
going on.
houses, but I'm
So I don't wanna
reluctant to
stand here
do
on a
so. It was
soapbox and
just
start talking about workers' rights and shit.
I
like
only
that.
got
Yeah,
the
speaking
one
of
ending.
fire,
Everything.
I only got the one
I'm
ending.
sorta
Everything,
kinda-
everything, there's 2 sides, correct?
I'm sort of
There's
kind
this
of
person's
upset
side, there's that person's
because
side, and then the actual truth
that
of the matter
Camilla
is somewhere in the
statue
middle.
they came out with
So unless you actually analyze the whole
a
situation,
couple of years, like,
you'll never
I
understand.
don't know, maybe like
If this
8 years
continues,
ago.
if this actually happened,
The only way you
and
get
we
that
get
shit now is
games
pay
frozen
like
for years or
$2,000 on eBay.
we're gonna
Wait, which
probably
one?
learn
The
a lot
game-
more about this story
Wait,
and
which one?
sides
The
of the
Camilla
story.
statue.
All right.
The Camilla statue they
Oh.
came out with. Yeah,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I want
But
that
for now,
statue
this
badly,
is the
but
first inkling we've ever
they
heard
charging
about a strike in the gaming
$2,000 for it.
industry.
Oh,
I'm curious
that's
to see what's
rough.
gonna happen.
I ain't paying.
really
I'm
am.
not paying $2,000
No,
for a
it's
statue.
not. It's not worth for that first statue.
That's
no.
what's hot off the DSP news desk
My
today.
blank piece of paper.
Not too much to talk about. So, by the way, as you noticed,
But
I had a
again,
word
all
with
this
that
stuff
news
is more
editor.
entertaining than Phil.
That guy was out.
Yeah, but we do have to get through this,
So I
though.
slapped him around a little bit. Today we got him under
I'm just
control.
saying in general.
Okay.
Like, this
So,
guy's like,
very nice.
listening to Jade
I think
and,
what we'll do now,
and
we'll move on to
Derek
the next segment of the
and
show.
King
The
Gokin
next segment of the show
and
will be
talking
shout
shit.
outs for those who've contributed. I would like to remind everyone the ways that you can support
And
my
he
content.
wonders
Okay.
why his back hurts so
Show,
much when
if
he's
you like
like
my gameplay,
swaying back and
if you
forth like
my
this.
React
It's
stuff, if
crazy.
you like anything. Please support my
No, the
stream.
man's back
I'm
hurts
a
because he
person
doesn't do
who
any exercise. He
not
doesn't move around.
go out
Well,
of his
that
way
too, but
He gets
also the
something
way
to
he
do.
sways back and forth, that's
paid
gonna
product
hurt your back
placements. I
after a
don't get
while.
paid to
He
specifically
gets
play
out
any
of
particular
bed.
game,
He
which is why
goes
all of a sudden you
stream.
don't see me
He
playing
gets
any game
up,
no one
goes
ever
to the
heard of,
bathroom,
blah,
comes
blah,
back
blah.
stream,
This is also why I
finish
don't let
streaming,
exorbitant amounts of ads
goes
on
to
my
get something to
content. When I
eat,
stream,
goes
I
to
maybe
bed.
take one
That's
ad
the
break,
most
maybe
movement
two
he
tops, but
does.
it's
Uh-huh.
very
That's why
rare.
his back is
All right?
hurting.
For me, it's about the content. I put out meaningful, honest content for you, and you
No,
reciprocate
you don't.
by supporting my content. How can you do that? Well, you can like the stream.
So how
you
many
can leave
people you got in
comments.
chat anyway?
You could watch this video on
In
demand,
chat
like the
now,
video, and leave
well, no
comments.
one's talking
All
at the
that is
moment.
called engagement.
We have 5
Engagement
people
But how many-
viewing the
puts my
stream
channel
though.
into the YouTube
That's good.
algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And it allows
I
more people
did
to find
check
this
out
content on
Taking
YouTube.
L's
So please do that for me.
video earlier. They was
Then,
live
If
earlier.
you'd like to go above and beyond,
Yeah, I was
And
watching
they
some of that.
said they talk.
You can do a super
Yeah, they
chat.
said they do talk to you
You
from
can do a
time to
super
time.
sticker. These are ways you can contribute live during a stream. You'll get a little bit of a shout out.
Wait,
in the chat,
who's streaming?
Like,
and I will actually shout you out
Taking
as well
L's.
during the live
Oh,
stream.
okay.
You can do
Yeah,
a
I popped up in the
super
chat for a
thanks
little
on an
bit,
on-demand video.
and they said
And
they
that's a way
talked to
actually
you
put a nice
when they
promo
saw my
message
name,
into a
but
big
I
colorful
popped up
message
in
on
the
the
chat
video.
like right before I
It
got
helps
to the
out, and
beat,
I will
so only
actually,
saw about
like
20
the
minutes
comment
of
and
the
sometimes
stream.
respond to it if I can.
They were talking
You
about
can become
that
a member
Pastor
of the channel
Eric
or
guy,
give
whatever
some
the fuck his
membership
name
Oh, I
is.
heard
fellow
that he was
viewers.
gonna do that today.
This would
Yeah.
be a great
I have to
opportunity
watch
because
that.
I'm playing so many new games in the next month, including Starfield, Armored Core 6, Lies of P, Mortal Kombat 1, just to name a few. And people would
You could
absolutely
drop half
love
of
to
those
have
because
access
most
to
of
my
those are gonna
emotes
like Lies
and
of
not
P.
have to
Why are you
abide by
playing
some of the
Lies of
rules
P?
of
That
chat,
game
to have a
sucks.
chat crown badge
And
by
he
name,
shit
Dude, I've
among
been-
and he
many other
shit
perks that you
talked
get being a member.
all these
So
like
please consider
pseudo
becoming a member
like
or
Souls like
gifting a
games. He
membership
didn't play
to the channel
Code Vein
today.
because it was a
Your fellow
Souls like
viewer would
game.
definitely
But he's
appreciate it.
fine playing Lies
Also,
of P
if you
because
wanna
it
do a
is.
direct contribution to
What?
the stream, you can tip me. Tipping
I
is a
didn't play
great way to
Code
contribute
Vein
because it goes
personally
right through
because around the
PayPal.
time I heard
It's
about
instant.
Code
I
Vein,
can use that money for
I
something
got
very
2 little
important,
brothers
like
that played
build
it.
my
I was gonna
game.
get into it,
And I
but
get
then
more credit
like
tips than anything
something else
which is
came out
nice.
that was like
Everything else
more
is great,
important than
it
Code
helps,
Vein, so I said
but
fuck it.
there's middlemen that
I
take
mean,
cut.
it's a good
Take
game.
cut.
It would have been
Very
interesting
little
to see
is
his
taken away.
his
I get the
dumbass
majority.
take on it, but it has
Okay.
waifus in
You
it,
know
so he
what?
can't play it.
The reason I skipped
So
Code
again,
Vein
thank
is
you in
because I think
advance
around the time I was
to
playing
anyone
like
who contributes
Spider-Man,
anyway to my
the
content.
PS4
I
Spider-Man
really
or some
appreciate
shit.
those who
And
go
That's a
above
good
and
game,
I was
too.
busy with that, so I said, yeah, it is. I
Speaking
got
of which,
platinum
let's
trophy in
shout
that
out those
too.
people right now.
Yeah.
As you guys can see, sadly, once again, we did lose some members overnight. I guess some gifted memberships had expired.
More
So we're down
begging.
into the 530s. We were at around 550
Of course.
last night. But hopefully we can get back up there.
But no, I've been a
Right.
gamer just as long as Phil.
Because
I am a year older than he is.
Super chats, both
And it's like,
complaining about
I'm to the
using
point
games,
where
which is hilarious.
there's not that
I don't
much shit
wanna
else that
get
I
into
want to
it,
play.
'cause
Like,
again, I just don't really know
I-
much
I-
about
I don't even know if I want to buy
full
Tekken 8.
story of what's going on. on. I'm just reporting the
like
facts. You
like
know,
I
if
got
this
the
story
plat
goes further,
trophy in
perhaps we
Tekken
would
7,
bring
like
that. But
so I
thank
fucks
you
with Tekken, but it's like games ain't the same no more.
for the super chats.
I don't know.
Like-
I don't want to get into distract too much from it, but I kind of disagree. I mean, obviously games aren't as good as they used to be, but I still think there are some decent games out there. I can't speak
There's
yet because I
decent
should be
games out
playing
there.
Baldur's Gate 3 right now, but I don't know if that game is if I'm actually personally gonna like that game or not. I'm hoping I will, but I hear that
There's
game's
some
actually pretty
decent games
good.
out there. But I'm mostly talking about like the fighting games and stuff. Like,
if you're talking fighting games,
Street,
yeah, I get that. For fighting games sucks
like
nowadays.
Street Fighter 6, of course, is better than 5. Way better than 5, and definitely better than 4. The only reason Mortal Kombat is interesting because of the DLC. Other than that, it's like a copy-paste version of 11 with new mechanics. Like, the DLC is what's making Mortal Kombat 1 attractive on some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like Tekken 8, I might skip it. But then again, I do want to see the final battle between Kazuya and Jin. And KOF 15 is basically copy-paste KOF 14 with new characters and better graphics. So it's like,
well, as a
games,
as an RPG fan, it's actually a pretty good season. There's actually a lot of good RPGs coming out, so I'm excited about that.
A big debate.
But yeah, fighting game wise, it's just kind of rough. Yeah, I get that.
My little brother plays a lot of RPGs. One of them, he loves RPGs. Like the Persona, well, not remakes, like that, how they put all the Persona games on the updated system.
Yeah.
Like I love Persona, but I'm so caught up playing other shit. It's like I want to buy them, but I don't got the time.
Yeah,
Persona is a game you got to put hours into.
Mm-hmm. Don't bother getting the Persona 3 one anyway because they're remaking Persona 3.
I know, they got the remake. Yeah,
next
I saw
year.
that.
Yeah. So I'll just wait for that one to come out next year and get that. But 4 is amazing though.
That's the saddest one. 3 is the saddest fucking one.
Yeah.
I saw that ending. I said, "Yo, man, I did not know Aegis could be that fucking interesting as a character." That last monologue from Aegis in the end of 3, that shit, I was like, "Yo, man."
And they're not even remaking for the remake. They're not even remaking the Answer, I think it was called. They're not remaking that. It's just the base game they're remaking. Like, why are you going to remake it and not remake the Answer, though?
Exactly. Not just that. Like, the one thing I don't like about Persona, everything is canon. Persona Q is canon. Persona Arena Ultimax is canon, but
Persona Q sucked. I didn't like Persona Q that much.
I like Persona Q. I like it. The one that's in English, but the one that's Japanese only, I can skip that one. But just like Persona 5 Arena, they should have gave us that. They should have definitely gave Persona 5 Arena. And a lot of the fans wanted Persona 3, 4, and 5 to all appear in the same fucking game, which I'm all for that.
That would make sense. Yeah, that would make at least sense if you have like all the different like Persona characters like fighting in one big fighting game.
Here's the thing, right? Not even a fighting game though. It could be an RPG, but here's the thing about that. During the timeline of Persona 5, the Persona 3 characters are like mid to late 20s. Persona 4 characters are like early 20s. You gotta remember, because like by the time Persona 4 Arena, Mitsuru and all of them are basically grown. By the time they meet Yu Narukami and his group.
All right.
Like Mitsuru's group is like they're all like mid-20s. So by the time of Persona 5, like Mitsuru's group should be damn near close to 30. Yu Narukami's group, they should be in like their early 20s and out of high school. So, but it would be nice to see Mitsuru's group, Yu Narukami's group, and Joker's group all in the same fucking game. That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's definitely way more fucking attractive than anything Phil's doing. And I'm mad as shit that he rage quit Persona 3 and even Atlas commented on it.
That was so great.
Atlas, you remember that? How Atlas even commented on it also? That final boss assault was real.
Yeah, exactly. That was so fucking funny, man.
He got a rub from Atlas. Atlas gave this man a rub and an insult. He could have ran with that, but he didn't.
And ever since then, he's been salty at fucking Atlas, and like he was like, "Oh no, like Atlas doesn't know what they're doing." Especially when Persona 5 first came out.
First off, I'm gonna keep it real. How can I say this? I'm emotional, then I'm not emotional. Like, I've cried on movies, I've cried on games. I've cried like ReZero. That anime fucking broke my soul. Like ReZero broke my soul when I saw the first season. Godzilla versus Destroyer, which was supposed to be like the last Godzilla movie before, the whole Millennium era. That shit that had me in tears. Man on Fire. That Denzel Washington movie that had me crying. The Highlander 4 that had me crying. The Fist of the Star game on PS4. The one on PS4 that plays like a Yakuza game. That ending fucked me up. Cause it made it seem like Kenshiro and Julia died at the end of that. That ended fun. Kenshiro's my fucking man. That's my nigga right there. Excuse me. Sorry for saying it like that. The one time I could say in Dragon Ball I got emotional. Damn, I want to say, well, yeah, the Tournament of Power. Partially during the Cell Saga and the Tournament of Power when Goku and Frieza teamed up, I say, yeah. I never thought it would come to this. like the end of the Tournament of Power was fire. Like Persona's, I'm getting back to that. Persona's one of those games. If you're into good storytelling, and the same thing goes for Fire Emblem, because Fates and Awakening got some sad ass scenes in them.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for Grand Blue. Like Grand Blue has some emotional shit in it. Like you can't play Persona and not get fucking invested and not get emotional when you get towards even 4 when you get towards the end of the game. And 5, I haven't played 5, the regular Persona 5, but I played Persona 5 Strikers, and that shit had me in my feelings.
I'm not done with Persona 5 Royal yet. I'm like a little bit into it. Like I need to go back into it because I'm balancing like 5 different games. But
my little brother has beat all of them. He's beat every Persona that they've had.
I have played some of like Persona 1 and Persona 2. I've played some of those on the PSP a while back, and those are pretty good. But again, I didn't get very far in it. I just wanted to try it because again, I'm balancing so many games. I need to.
And that goes back to, like I said, Phil is from my generation. But I obviously I've been playing games longer than him. And I'm more invested than he is, Mr. 4th place at Evo.
Well, he doesn't have a fucking soul. You know what I mean? It's like he's soulless.
No, he has a soul. It's just that he's not what he portrays himself to be. He's not a fucking gamer because
no, he's not.
You can't sit there and play a game like Persona and not sit there and be invested emotionally.
If he's not paying attention, though, like he doesn't pay attention to the game, so why should he?
Especially the end of Persona 3, you can't fucking play Persona and not want to sit there and control it down and cry. Because, like I said, fucking that's another big one, Blaze Blue, and Phil fucking hates Arc System Works fighting games. But Blaze Blue Central Fiction, not Cross that. The Central Fiction. Play through that story, dude. When it got to the part, spoilers. When it got to the part when Nine the Phantom sacrificed herself to hold back Hades and Tsunami for a week to give them a chance to get stronger, and then Celica helped them. Celica gave them Minerva to help destroy the Takumi Kazuchi, and then Celica, her Chrono Phantasma, what they called it, like her soul or something, like disappeared, and she technically died again. I had to stop playing the game for 8 hours. That shit had me tearing up so fucking bad. I turned the game off for 8 hours, went back to it. Then, what did I get hit? Spoilers again. What did I get hit with? I get hit with the end of the game where Ragnar said, he told Jen and Noel after they accepted him as their older brother, he said, if y'all kill me, y'all get to live a good life. I don't exist no more, and everything will go back to normal. They refused to kill him, so he Minecraft himself to give everybody a better fucking future. That shit had me put the controller down on my fucking desk and weeping like how Jesus wept for Lazarus in the Bible. That shit hurt my soul. I said, yo, this is how you tell a story. I had to stop Blaze Blue for 8 hours, and I fucking love Blaze Blue playing that story mode because that shit had me in tears. and I am not scared to say that.
There's nothing
That
wrong
shit
with
had me.
it. There's nothing wrong with being in touch
Fucking,
with your emotions like that. That's a normal human thing.
Dead or Alive 1 to 3 had a good story. 4 or 5 and 6 are ass. But Dead or Alive 1, 2, and 3, very emotional game, very emotional story.
You would think they would like remaster some of the old Dead or Alive games. You would think.
Street Fighter 5 to a degree, when they gave Ryu some character development, where he actually considered all the other World Warriors his friends and he defended them against Nikali, and then how he killed Bison. That wasn't a tear-up moment, but that was like, damn, Ryu has some character development. I like this. It fucking KOF. What can I say about? All I got to say about KOF is origami.
Right, we're getting a little distracted here.
It's better than Phil. It's cool.
I know.
It's content,
again,
man.
I say this all
it's
the time.
Content.
There's a good reason why I don't do politics. You understand? A lot of these.
I think we're coming up on it anyway. Oh no, he's still talking about the acting
are very
stuff.
Opinionated when it comes to politics, and so you follow them, and next thing you know, they're talking about politics.
Phil's not a gamer. That's like
he really isn't though.
Wings ain't a gamer. Wings is not a real gamer. LTG damn sure ain't a real gamer.
Work a ton. You may be like turned off to them now because of how they act outside of their work. So for me, the way I see it is, even if I don't necessarily agree on the stances of these people, I at least can respect, their professional work. I try to separate the art from the artist, as they say.
Stop fucking with your hair, Jesus.
Also why I stay away from politics at this point. I want nothing to do with saying something political, and then all of a sudden someone says, well, I was your biggest fan for 15 years, but I don't agree on that political stance, therefore I can never watch you ever again. I hate you. I think that's
why you fence ride sit so much.
You can agree to disagree, and you can respect people who
even
have
also
very
reminds
different
me,
opinions.
Fatal Fury.
Oh, I think he's getting into it here. Sorry,
yeah,
what?
Since I'm an SNK fan, Fatal Fury. Since I'm an SNK fan, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, KOF. Like the Fatal Fury game where Geese allegedly died for the last time. When they revealed Rock Howard is Geese's son, and the fact that before Geese died, he Minecraft himself too, technically. Terry tried to save him. Tried to save his worst enemy, the man that killed his adopted father. Tried to save that man so he could be a father to his son who he was neglected. That shit broke my heart too. Like, you literally turn around and you're saving the life of the man who took everything away from you. So you don't take everything away from his son.
Right.
And for those people who have daddy issues like me, because my dad was never around, that shit is a blow to the gut. Matter of fact, speaking of Tekken 7 did make me cry too. That last fight between Heihachi and Kazuya, because it's like when you have issues with your own father or your own parents, and seeing that shit did make me cry. Cause it's like, damn.
I get that.
That Heihachi versus Kazuya versus Jin, that shit did fuck with me emotionally, because it's like, for a long time, I despised my father just as much. So it's like seeing that shit, I'm seeing the shit that I'm going through in my life in that shit, and it's like, damn, fathers and sons shouldn't be trying to kill each other or hate each other like that. And it's like, that shit had me crying. The end of Tekken 7, I said, you know what, man, I can't do it. That's part of the reason why, I don't want to buy Tekken 8, because somebody's going to die at the end of Tekken 8. I don't know if it's going to be Kazuya, Jin, somebody's dying. And that shit's going to be Tekken 7 all over again. And I'm going to have to put the controller down. I'm going to have to go to my corner with my tissues and shit. And I just hope I'm not that time when I'm playing it. I'm going to have to stop the stream to, go do my thing. Because like I said, Blaze Blue, sorry for getting distracted again, but this content, Blaze Blue had me, when I say I was crying, Blaze Blue had me bawling. The end of Central Fiction had me bawling like, yo, man, this is perfect storytelling. But then again, if you play Persona 3, the end of the Persona 3, if you don't tear up watching the end of the Persona 3, you're not human.
I never finished it, so I need to.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the remake, and then I'll play it.
Just go to YouTube and watch that ending, though, because Aegis gives one of the saddest monologues you can hear in the RPG. That final monologue from Aegis, that shit is like, yo, man. That happens before the credits, too.
Right.
Like you're sitting there like, yo, man, this is how you tell a story.
And there's a lot of
Atlas and Arc
RPGs
system.
there's a lot of good RPGs that like make you emotional too, especially near the end.
Tales of Berseria.
Yeah.
Tales of Berseria is another one with a good story.
Don't hey, don't spoil Tales of Berseria. I haven't played it yet.
I'm not going to spoil it.
I'm finishing. I'm almost at the end of Tales of Zestiria.
No.
And then I'm gonna play
Berseria. The reason I'm saying Tales of Berseria is a sad story because my little brother, again, he beat every game in that series too. And he said that shit had him in tears. And it's hard to make my little brother cry.
Right.
Very hard. And like anytime he says something that had him crying, like, yeah, that story's sad.
And
that's a sad-ass story.
I remember in Suikoden 2, it was fucking sad at the end of Suikoden 2 as well.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that remake to come out, if it ever does. Suikoden 1 and 2 remake. I'm like, come on, just fucking make it.
But see, yeah, this goes back to, this is one of the main reasons why people like LTG and Phil, I can't fucking stand them, because y'all use video games for clout and to make a cheap fucking buck. Y'all not real gamers because y'all not invested in this shit. This shit is beautiful. Like, Phil rage quitting on Persona 3, that pissed me off too. Like, dude, all you had to do was go level up a little bit, go level up just a little bit more, come back, fight the boss. Everybody runs into that. You playing an RPG, a boss kicks your ass, what do you do? Go level up some.
You grind some, yeah. You fucking go grind.
Like, it's even Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger back then on the Super Nintendo technically has a story you can get emotionally invested in. Well, it's not, depending on how strong you are emotionally, you're not going to cry from it, but you're going to be sitting there like, damn, that was a good fucking story.
Right.
Fucking Zelda. Most Zelda games have an emotional story you get fucking invested in.
Lost Odyssey, like one of the games Phil likes and always supposedly wants to do, like that actually has a really good fucking story too. It's fucking sad.
And I'm still mad at Phil and what he said about Tears of the Kingdom. Like,
oh my god, that was fucking...
You're not a gamer.
No, he's not.
There's never been a bad Zelda game. There has never, I can say this with all honesty and pride, there has never been a bad Zelda game. Never. That is the one franchise that's never had a bad game. Zelda has never had a bad game. No. So for Phil to say, oh, Tears of the Kingdom is trash, dude, you're not a gamer.
And that's a good fucking game. He doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game. And he just skipped half of it. He literally skipped half of it.
Exactly.
But he'll play he'll play Starfield for half a year and be fine with that. But Tears of the Kingdom, oh my god, no. Oh, it's a bad game.
Yo, he better not ever play Phantasy Star.
Oh god.
Phil better not ever play Phantasy Star. Because if he plays Phantasy Star and trashes that game, I might have to go to Washington and like, yo, dude, just stop playing games.
And you know what's pissing me off is like he keeps saying he wants to play Sea of Stars. It's that new RPG. And it's really fucking good. I mean, I'm not that far into it, but I'm playing it slowly, along with other games. But it's a good fucking game. It's like, it's an indie game. It's not a AAA high budget game, and it's like a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger. The combat's similar, and it's actually really fucking good so far. And I really don't want him to actually fucking play it because he's gonna fucking ruin it.
Wait, has he played Final Fantasy?
Yeah, he's played the older Final Fantasies even. And it was shit for those too. Because, like, it'll be some emotional scene.
That's another emotional franchise. Another emotional franchise.
Well, you
can't talk shit about for real.
Oh, no, he did. He was shitting all over Final Fantasy 16. He hated it. Oh, it's just cutscenes all the time. It's like, I want to play more, but it's just cutscenes all the time. Yeah, it's almost like it's an RPG and it's trying to tell a story or something crazy, huh?
16 is all right to me, but 6, 7, and 8 to me are the most emotional Final Fantasies. 6, 7, and 8.
I like 7 and 9 a lot.
Anybody that trashes 6, 7, and 8, I got a problem with, because 6, 7, and 8 had real emotional stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really emotional. And remember, 8 came out after the success of 7. And 8 was still a good game. Like 7 was like, boy, see, won't take me back to 1997, man. When I beat Sephiroth for the first time, because when Cloud got down there to finish Sephiroth off, dude, I was like that. I was like that dude that they mean that was talking about football. Like that's what I'm talking about. The GOAT. Like when you get down there with Cloud and you hit Sephiroth with that Omni Slash to kill him, yo, I threw the controller on the floor. I said, "Fuck you, Sephiroth. That's what you get. Kill Ares." Like, I was hyping shit. Like, "Fuck you, man. You killed Ares."
And they're probably not even going to do it for the remake. When it comes to that part in the remake, they're probably not even going to do it. They're probably going to pussyfoot away from it. Or
that would
find
break
some
my
excuse.
fucking heart.
You know they're going to do it. They can't handle doing that. So it's like, oh no, people like her too much. We can't actually do that.
No, they got to keep that in there because that motivated you to want to kill Sephiroth even more.
Yeah, you would think so.
When I seen him kill Ares, and they started playing Ares' sad-ass fucking theme song, and you're fighting that piece of Genova, like, that just motivated you teary-eyed. Like, I got to beat this game because I got to murder Sephiroth. I have to murder Sephiroth
I got to avenge him. Her.
And then when you get to that final scene where he's standing down there smirking with his shirt off, and Cloud's like, "Yeah, I got you now, pussy." It's like when you fucking kill him with that Omni Slash, like I was like, "Yo, man," I just, boy, I was. But then again, a fan service game like Simran Kagra even has emotional scenes in it.
Those games are good too. I like those.
Yeah, Festival versus. And Burst Renewal, very emotional. Especially Burst Renewal when you get to replay the fight between Homer and Oscar. Yeah. And all the emotion that went into that fight. I was like, yo, man. Like, this is why Japan, when it comes to fiction, could tell some damn good stories.
Mm-hmm.
Some fucking good stories.
All
because, again,
sorry.
Yeah, fuck Phil, you're not a gamer.
Sorry, we're getting into it now, so.
And you could still like that person for the things that they've done.
At least I think we're at that point.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people aren't like that.
It's taken us almost 2 hours to get to 20 minutes worth.
if in life,
it's content though, man.
No, I know.
You're gonna be very lonely.
But
because most people, you're not gonna outright love or hate. You understand what I mean?
2 a.m. I do have to go pick up my boyfriend from work.
And the more you get to know a person, people are very nuanced, they're very complex, many layers like an onion.
I respect that.
You gotta learn that. It's not just, oh, well, everything we are in agree with or we hate each other. That's fucking stupid, very immature mentality. But sadly, there's a lot of people who are adults who act like small kids.
Exactly.
They never grew up. They never learned this shit. And so they act like that.
Look who's fucking talking.
For me, well, Mark Hamill. Maybe I don't agree with every political
the
thing
fake
he says,
gamer.
but I love him as Luke. I love him as a dude.
So, what did Mark Hamill do?
Nothing.
Like, behind the scenes? Like, he's saying, like, oh, you gotta
Mark Hamill's just one of those actors. He's one of those people who he supports women more than other people support women. Like Mark Hamill was like vying for there to be a female president and a female vice president. He said some shit along the lines that he doesn't care if the country was run by a woman, which personally I don't care if we got a female president either, but
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that viewpoint.
People don't like Mark Hamill. They don't like Mark Hamill because he said it at a time where, you know, the fucking Me Too shit was happening and all this shit was coming out about people abusing women in Hollywood and, you know, like old rape allegations from like 15, 20 years ago was coming out about a lot of famous people. And Mark Hamill made that tweet where, yeah, like women should be running the world and we need a female president, a female vice president. Let's stand behind all women. But remember that Me Too movement, a lot of women were coming out saying shit about men that wasn't really fucking true. Some was true, some wasn't.
Right.
So, yeah, that's why people...
I see. That's still a far cry away from someone being, like, homophobic or a bigot or racist or something, though. You know what I mean? There's, like, a difference.
The Joker, and all the things he's voice acted, and I can still like that. You see? Well, Sarah, now here you go, and here's where you get into the nitty-gritty of it. Sarah says, do you think it's possible to respect someone that supports racist or homophobic politics?
No.
And here's
not at all. I'm sorry, Phil. No.
Because you're right. There could be issues that you determine are so
coming from the guy that said the F slur many times in his career.
Right?
Let me turn this
like
up a little
you
bit.
guys know me. I've always said I feel that it doesn't matter what your gender, your sexuality,
bullshit.
whatever your preference is, you should
bullshit.
still be able to get married. Like I believe that. I think that
Yeah, I
everyone
pulled
has
up
a
the
right
clips
to
of
be
the old
happy,
DSP where he
and
said
everyone
that.
like there's a bunch
of
there's video compilations of him saying the F slur and all these. Like how many times he doubled down with the whole thing.
He said it on fucking Alphaism Radio. He was throwing that word around.
And how many times has he said the T slur? How many times has he said the T slur? Multiple fucking times.
He said the N-word on Alpha. He said the N-word on Alphaism Radio to impress some female, trying to impress some chick he wanted to sleep with.
And
she
was
even thinking about Phil.
Right. And like even like what was it? Like it wasn't even that long ago, like a couple years ago, he was even doubling down saying the T word is not a slur, and was actually saying the actual word. And I'm like, no, Phil, that's a fucking slur. And trans people like myself are gonna get offended at that. Or some of us are. It's still considered a slur to everyone. No one doesn't think it's a slur. But he's over here like, I never said any hateful slurs. Yes, you fucking did. Hateful slurs is more than just, saying the N-word. There's a lot more slurs out there than just the N-word.
All they gotta do is bring up the Jews in space. They bring up the Jews in space thing and, you know.
Well, he didn't do that I was talking about in Twitch. Because, like, he didn't do that on Twitch, though. You know what I mean?
But I mean, that's still documented, though.
Oh, no, it's still something he did, yeah.
Yeah.
And should be able to have...
Like, that's all they gotta do is bring that up.
I don't see the reason why you can't get married just because you're gay or you're trans. I don't get that. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, marriage is just a man and a woman, okay? That's just one philosophy that I've had. And I've always said that, by the way. That's not something new. I've always said that.
Phil's just saying this because he doesn't want to piss off only Ice Coffee.
But that's one of the things. What if someone says, well, no, I firmly believe
he's only saying this because he doesn't want to piss off one of his biggest supporters.
Well, are they?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm going to go into this a little bit. I'm going to...
you got the right to.
But that's one of the
things.
The
only reason Phil's saying this because he doesn't want to piss off only Ice Coffee.
Hold on. Sorry. So, he's trying to fence it, and in fence-sitting, he's coming across as offending everyone. Okay, so let's hear this again.
Oh, I firmly believe that marriage is just between a man and a woman. Well, I said, well, are you homophobic?
Yes, that's an example of homophobia, Phil. I'm sorry. It is.
Well, are they? I don't know. That's a subjective question.
No, it's not. They're homophobic.
Do you find that homophobic if someone staunchly believes that marriage should only be between a man and a woman, right? So now, if someone said that publicly, does that mean you can no longer respect anything they've ever done? Do you hate them as an actor? Do you hate them as a person? Do you know?
Yes.
It's crazy. That's how society is.
It's called respecting someone. And respect is earned. Okay? And if someone that you once respected does some bullshit, or you find out that, like, in real life they're a horrible person, they lose that respect for them. And they can no longer respect that person.
You already know Phil thinks that gay marriage is disgusting.
Oh, 100%.
The only reason he's taking this fucking stance is because only Ice Coffee is still one of his biggest supporters because he lost fucking Game Cucker. So only Ice Coffee still gives him a lot of support, and he doesn't want to piss them off. He doesn't want to piss them off, so they turn around and stop supporting him and stop doing the gifted membership bombs because that's another well that he's going to lose. That's why he's taking his stance. But I guarantee you, once the camera's off, if Phil and Kat in the car, or excuse me, they go to the supermarket or something, and they see a gay couple or lesbian couple together shopping or whatnot, or on the street shopping, or when they're out handling business, they see a gay couple, lesbian or gay, whatever, they're sitting there like saying stuff probably on the lines of, ew, that's disgusting, and having a whole conversation about it. The only reason he's taking the stance is because he doesn't want to make Only Iced Coffee mad. But we still don't know for a fact Only Iced Coffee is telling the truth. But we're going to assume, because we really don't know. We're not in Only Iced Coffee's life. We're not, we don't know them personally, so they may be transitioning. They may just be doing it for attention. We don't know. We'll never know. Unless they finally get on stream and show their face or show proof that they are transitioning, we'll never know. But we're going to assume that they are transitioning, and the only reason Phil's taking his stance, because if he says, "Ew, no," of course, me and my wife, we're against gay marriage. It's male and female. I mean, look at me. If he took that stance, the same stance he takes when he's off camera.
Even if you take OIC out of it, he's too chicken shit to do that online. You know what I'm saying?
Because that'll be something else that gets clipped and used against it.
Oh, 100%. So even if OIC was not because I don't know. Who knows? But even if OIC wasn't in the picture, right? He would still not say that online. I don't think now. Back then, yeah, he fucking did. But now he's too afraid.
He's too much of a pussy.
Yeah, he's too much of a pussy to say that now. But deep down he fucking still feels that way.
Yeah, he's too much of a pussy. But we all know when it comes to this situation, the main reason he's not saying something is because he wants to keep Only Iced Coffee doing the membership bombs and dropping money here and there. Because let's face it, because of Derek and other reasons and other people, he's losing viewers, he's losing members, he's losing money. And a lot of people theorize that's why Game Cucker stopped supporting them because, shit's going on that Game Cucker didn't agree with. So, the same reason that other big-ass well that he had, a few years ago, one of them wells he had that was dropping a couple $1,000s here and there on him disappeared because of the shit that was going on in Phil's chat or the shit that Phil was doing that he wasn't addressing. And they just said, fuck it, I'm not giving you no more money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That, sadly, you can't just disagree with someone, but then continue to respect them for what you liked them for to begin with. Right? What do you like chicken sandwiches? I love chicken sandwiches. I think they're amazing. You want to know one of the best chicken sandwiches out there you can get is from Chick-fil-A. But
yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
He's right.
Okay.
He's right. That's the only time I agree with him. Chick-fil-A does have some banging ass chicken sandwiches. I will give Mr. Burnell that. Just like I gave LCG one. I can give Phil one.
What was that line from Pulp Fiction? A rat could taste like fucking the best, amazing fucking tasting food ever. I forget exactly what he said, but I still wouldn't eat. Still wouldn't eat the motherfucker.
Compared to McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, Chick-fil-A does have some food that's better than them, especially McDonald's and Burger King.
I'm not arguing with that. What I'm arguing is that some people have. How do I phrase that? I refuse to eat a Chick-fil-A. Okay, I will never fucking.
You know why? And I already know what you're about to say because they're owned by a bunch of Bible thumping people who are against. They're against homosexuality. They're against a whole lot of things that your typical Bible thumping, Bible Belt South Christians would definitely stand against. So I get where you're coming from with that. When I eat at Chick-fil-A, I tend to push that out of my mind because you got to remember, they're not the only ones that have done bad things that got bad politics. McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Taco Bell, all of them have either done something stupid or they've had bad takes on stuff. So what do? If you're going to stop eating Chick-fil-A, you might as well stop eating in my opinion, you might as well stop eating all fast food. Because every fast food chain has a black sheep or some shit they done did before. And let's not talk about Burger King and how they got caught using horse meat in their burgers before years ago. But people still eat at Burger King, though.
I mean, I get...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I mean, I get what you mean, especially, it's impossible in today's climate because, even Walmart and shit have donated money to, hate groups in the past. You know what I mean? and it's kind of hard to pick and choose exactly like which ones you go to and which ones you don't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, in particular, like with Chick-fil-A, it's not just like a one-time thing. It's something they still stand up for, do today and believe in today. Whereas like the other ones, maybe it was like a one-time thing, or maybe it was like, yeah, they did it, but it's not like they build the whole company around that as a reputation.
It's not Chick-fil-A is not. It's not the fact that Chick-fil-A saying, "Oh, fuck them gays, we don't like them." Chick-fil-A is taking a Christian stance to begin with, and you do have a lot of fanatical religious people who it's not even just us being people like us who are from the LGBT, the Bible thumping people that run Chick-fil-A. They're taking a stance against everything that they don't consider Christian. Doesn't matter if it's the LGBT community or, other stuff out there that, the Bible is firmly against. So it's not like they're just coming at us, our people. They're coming at everything that they don't see as wholesome and godly. That's why when I eat at Chick-fil-A, I got to remember, they're just a bunch of Bible thumpers. It's not the fact that they just like the LGBTQ only. They just like anything that the Bible is against.
As long as they're not being hypocrites about it. I mean, that's throwing away the whole fact that that passage that they always throw in our faces is more than likely mistranslated. The one fucking passage in the Bible that basically says it's a sin to be gay, like taking into account the fact that was probably mistranslated, because I think the original language was more akin to like, man shall not lie down with a child as opposed to another man or something like that. But like, it's been mistranslated to hell and back.
The King James version, not to get to the Bible.
Well, the King James version is not the most accurate version of the Bible either, though.
Well, look, hear me out, though. Hear me out, please. The King James version says, like, it's not just that. It says animals. It says your neighbor's wife. It says adultery. It says the same sex, all in the same sentence, all in the same passage. So it wasn't just attacking our people, saying anything that they consider an abomination, be it somebody else's wife, some an animal, the same sex.
Yeah, and yet people who like commit adultery or get divorced or cheat on the wives or spouses or whatever will throw that passage in our face and say we're horrible abominations when they're doing the same shit.
And I get that, but you gotta remember, Chick-fil-A isn't that.
No, I'm just saying as long as Chick-fil-A is not being a hypocrite about it, fine. I can respect that, but I'm still not going to support them. And that's my choice to support them or not.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Okay,
there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing I'm saying is, don't look at them as though they're just anti-gay people. They're anti anything that has nothing to do with the Bible. They're anti everything that's non-Christian. They're anti-Islamic. They're anti-Catholic. They're anti-Jewish people. They're anti-Buddhism. It's not just us. All I'm saying is,
and that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative as a business. That's their prerogative as a business.
And they're wrong about that.
They are wrong about that, and they're shooting themselves. And they're going to shoot themselves in the foot by very drastically limiting their customer base, and that's on them. So it's like, I'm gonna choose where I want to eat. I'll go to Popeyes, and Popeyes has some fucking good ass chicken. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So I'm like,
the only thing I'm saying is, don't look at it as, they just hate gay people and that's it. No, they hate everything that's not Christian.
Right.
I mean, I could see if they would just attack gay people, then yeah, fuck them. It's not just me or you that they're attacking. They're attacking Muslims. They're attacking Buddhists. They're attacking Jehovah's Witnesses. They're attacking Catholics. Anybody who doesn't believe 100% how they believe, they're attacking. So it's not just us.
Well, are they really attacking it, or is it more of like they don't agree with it? Because it's not like they're attacking it, but it's
technically they are, because they take a firm stance on, it's not completely 100% Christian, we're not for it.
But also,
Like,
weren't they
that
like
includes other
supporting
religions.
like anti-LGBT hate groups though too? Like they
They're
were
also
funding money
supporting
to that?
people who are. They're also supporting people who are against those other religions I named, and against anything that's not inherently 100% Christian. Like, I mean, you got to remember, when it comes to Christianity, the Catholics, they have their things that they do that are different from Baptists. The Jews don't even believe in Christ. So, of course, the people running Chick-fil-A, they're not going to come out and say it in public, but they're against Jewish people because Jewish people don't even believe in Christ.
So are they formally
So,
like
against
supporting
Muslims,
sending money to like? So are you saying that like if we go back in time and Chick-fil-A was to pick up and move back to like World War II era, you're saying they would fund the Nazis then? Because they were anti-Jewish. I don't think it's that.
That's a 50. No, that is that's a 50-50 thing because neither one of us can prove, but they're inherently against anything that they don't see 100% Christian.
And
So
that's
what I'm
not
trying to
a
say
Christian
is
thing in the first place either. That's not being very good Christians anyway.
Because just like Melanie Mack, they
Right.
got their teachings from the down south Bible thumping south,
Right,
where
right.
everything is fire and brimstone, and if it's not in the Bible, screw it. If Jesus,
Yeah, it's these
say
fake ass
screw
Christians.
it,
Yeah, exactly. Because that's not the
they'll put it
real
like this,
Christian way of thinking.
Chick-fil-A is run by people who are just as bad as Melanie Mack.
Okay,
So
I
to
get
put
that.
a period on it, yeah. So Melanie Mack, I guarantee you, people caught Melanie Mack saying what she said about the LGBT people, which is bad. But I guarantee you, if you ask Melanie Mack to her face, well, how do you feel about the Nation of Islam? I guarantee you, she'll give just as much hate to them as she gives to our people. Because to her and to the people who run Chick-fil-A, it's not Christian.
And
it's not Christian.
Okay, I get that. And as it is, I'm not gonna give that bitch Melanie Mack any money, so I'm not gonna give Chick-fil-A any money, and that's just my choice.
I mean, yeah, I said, trust me, I said you got the right to do that, but I just don't want you thinking, oh, they just hate the gays and the gays only. No,
I see what you're saying. All right,
yeah,
that's fine.
They hate the gays, they hate Muslims, they hate Buddhists, they hate everything that's not in their warped view of Christianity.
And it's their decision to limit their customer base and their finance income.
That's what they're doing.
But did you know that Chick-fil-A is also a company that's based in a lot of religion? So if you're anti-religious, does that mean you can never eat at Chick-fil-A? But the
atheists are just not, like, he doesn't understand what an atheist is, because, like, atheists don't hate religion. They're not anti-religion. They just don't believe.
Sandwich is amazing. You know what?
Why don't you just fucking go there and eat the sandwiches and fuck the politics and religion?
How can I put this?
I know some of them.
A lot of current year atheists do outly say they blaspheme all religion. They do. Some of them do. To be smart.
I know a lot of people have like religious trauma also to deal with that they're dealing with as well.
Yeah.
For being so I can see that.
Just eat the sandwich, right? But people can't seem to separate these things. Everything
but Phil doesn't know what it's like to have actual morals or like stick up for something.
That's
again, this is a man with the mind of a 12-year-old.
Yeah. And I don't know if he brings it up or not because I haven't finished watching this yet, but I'm gonna fucking bring it up. So, a perfect good example of someone is J.K. Rowling. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up again because I don't like the bitch. And other people,
isn't she a lesbian? I thought I heard somewhere she was a lesbian.
No, she is not. I don't think.
Oh.
But she is a transphobe. I don't think she is.
That must have been some gossip site. Cause I swore somebody said that she was like a lesbian or something. Like she had like a problem with men or some shit. That might have been a gossip site. I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know honestly if she is or not. It'd be even more of a hypocritic of her if she was. It'd be extremely hypocritical of her if she is a lesbian or part of the community. But I don't think she is part of the community.
One of the reasons that I stopped like fucking with the Harry Potter shit and whatnot because that's one of the things I heard. Now I might have heard it wrong, but like she was like some hardcore lesbian that didn't even really like men. Some
Hold on.
shit. So oh, fuck the bitch then.
I don't know, I guess she is.
She is a lesbian?
Wait, no, this is not gay reveal. This is... Wait, is she? I can't tell, actually.
Because they do have some lesbians out here that just hate the male race. And I definitely don't like that. It's like, you know, I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, I like women, fuck them straight men, you know, I'll never take a dick in my life, but to turn around and say, oh, well, the planet should be all females, men should just die, like, you know, fuck you too.
So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna talk about this bitch for a second. So I don't know if she's gay or not. I can't speak to that because I don't know. I never heard that she was. So I don't know.
Like I said, I probably heard that on one of them fucking drama gossip sites, but I swore I heard that like a long time ago.
I don't know. But anyway, like, this bitch is clearly transphobic. She's proud of being a transphobic bigot. And that's what she is. She's a fucking bigot. And it's even more, if she is gay, that makes her even more of a fucking hypocrite than if she wasn't gay. Okay? So she thinks she gets to decide what is and isn't a woman. Okay? When there's many different factors to it, and it's a lot more fucking complicated than your 3rd grade biology book. Okay? And
yeah,
she's extremely anti-trans to the point where she's trying to support like trans conversion therapy and supporting trans hate groups and bullying like trans people and taking away their rights and all this shit. Okay? So this is why I don't like her, and I refuse to buy a single fucking Harry Potter thing. Because I don't want my money going into the pockets of this fucking bitch. Okay, this see you next Tuesday, lady.
That goes back to what I said earlier, because they do have some hardcore lesbians out here that think that the male race is an abomination. That all men on Earth should be wiped off the face of the planet, and that's very hypocritical. So
that is too.
If she was a lesbian saying that she hates trans, then, you know, I understand she is a hypocrite because they do have lesbians out here that say, oh, all men should die. Like, for real.
And I've also seen a lot of like white gay people who don't think trans people should exist and be like, oh, we want it should just be the lesbian, gays, and bis, and we shouldn't have trans people as part of the community. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, like, trans people, like, are included in the LGBT community, and we're stronger if we're together fighting against injustice. We don't need these morons over here thinking that, like, we're not part of the community or some bullshit.
And I mean, on some real shit, not to make it too personal, I prefer to date a trans person over, you know, I prefer a trans person. That's just me, because the first person I was, like, ever truly in love with, for real, actually, technically, the first person I lost my virginity to when I was like 17 going on 18 was a trans person. So, you know, like, yeah, I prefer to be with somebody trans anyway, because that was like my first exposure to sex anyway.
And like, honestly, like, every trans person I know is like the sweetest, kindest person I've met. Like, I've never met an asshole who is trans. I mean, that could change. I'm sure there has to be.
I guess you haven't been to Philly.
I guess not.
Yeah, because we have a lot of those type of trans in Philly. Unfortunately.
Maybe I just picked my friends good. I don't know.
Yeah, you do, because a lot of them here in Philly too are prostitutes, and I can't stand that.
Right? Yeah, I get that.
They won't even look your way unless you're throwing a stack of money at them, and I don't pay for sex.
Right? No, I get that.
Like, Yeah, I
But
don't
we're
pay for
getting
my
sidetracked
pledges.
a little bit. Anyway,
No,
so yeah,
no, I mean it's all just the same thing. I mean, but you're absolutely right about what you say. Yeah, screw it. She's
and it it
anti-trans. Screw
depends.
it.
Like some people, like I never found Harry Potter that interesting anyway. So it's easy.
It's not.
It's easy for me to ignore it because I never found it
I only
interesting.
saw the last Harry Potter movie, so I really wasn't invested.
And I'm not saying, like, if you like it, fine. I'm not gonna shit on someone for liking or eating a Chick-fil-A or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like liking Harry Potter or wanting to buy it. I get that people like that. I just personally choose not to give my money to her. Right? And like,
Yeah, I don't support it either.
right. No, I know. I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like sometimes it's very difficult if you have morals to separate the creator from the artist. It's a very difficult to do sometimes.
You mean the art, the art from the artist?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. The creator from the art.
That's cool.
So it's very difficult for some people to do that. But this guy's a spineless fucker, and he doesn't stand for anything, so he doesn't care.
Again, is Phil saying all this shit because he doesn't want to make only iced coffee bad?
To be a pretty bad racist. Do we all hate pizza?
Oh,
now?
this whole section.
You know what happened? They kicked him
because
out
he
of the
doesn't
company.
Papa John's pizza sucks, and the owner's a douchebag. But I don't think he doesn't even own Papa John's anymore, though. Either I'm pretty sure they kicked him out of the company.
They did, but I will say this: I do still fuck with Papa John's because I think their tomato sauce is a little bit better than like Domino's, and it's like slightly under Pizza Hut. Because Domino's pizza tastes bland. Pizza Hut is legendary, and Papa John's they have sweeter tomato sauce than Domino's. So
I honestly I wouldn't know because like I live in the small, like it's not even a full city. It would be like a small city that I live at. We have literally like 6 or 7 different like actual pizzerias here. It's not like chains. It's like local pizzerias. So like,
which is better sometimes.
Oh no, it's definitely better. They taste so much better than like fucking Domino's or Pizza Hut. And we don't even have a Jimmy John's around here. We have I used to like Pizza Hut too, but they got rid of the Pizza Hut around here. So the only pizza we have is the only pizza we have around here is like in the Target, and you can only get like a couple slices at a time. But it's like I still usually end up going to the local pizzerias over here anyway. Because it's like
I agree with that because we got some we got some no name pizza places up here in Philly too that they do it better than all the big chains.
It's definitely bigger. It's more expensive though, but it's good.
Like we have a couple of tourist attraction cheesesteak places in Philly that just basically tourist attractions, and like people that come to town always ask like, "Oh, where can I get a good Philly cheesesteak from?" I said, "Well, don't go to them tourist attraction traps. Like, if you want something real good, you got to go to one of those bodegas that serves hot food because a lot of the bodegas we have out here make better fucking burgers and cheesesteaks and fries than most of these fucking tourist traps and chain places." So,
right.
I totally agree with you on that.
Shit that he was saying to people behind the scenes, and then they kicked him out of the company, and now he's pissed because now basically he has no control over the company at all.
So why would you boycott? Not Jimmy John's, fucking. What's the name of the pizza place again? I just forgot.
Papa John's.
Papa John's. So why would you boycott Papa John's then if he's not even in the company anymore or making money anymore? Well, I hear that the guy who owns Jimmy John's is also kind of an asshole, but I don't know if he's in the company
this pizza sucks now
anymore. I don't have one of those near me anyway, so
my
again.
goodness. Anyway,
I never ate it.
It's a pretty interesting discussion, but like I said, this is why I have not delved into that realm yet. I think one day I will. I think it's inevitable.
Just stop.
There's going to be a day.
You have the worst political takes
we'll be separate.
on
I'm not
this
going to do
planet.
it on DSPGaming or anything like that. Maybe I'll even make a new channel for it.
Don't.
All right? But I think it's inevitable That there's going
Again,
to be a day when I'm
Inevitable.
gonna
Continue.
listen to
I think it's
commentary,
inevitable.
right? That it's not just about games.
This
that it
is
ends up
like
being about other
10-year-old
things.
boy standing up in class
Like I
when
told you
teachers
guys,
say, "What do you want to be
I'm
when you
not
grow
left
up?"
and I'm not right. I'm kind of in the
He's
middle.
basically saying,
And I'm not.
"Teacher, I want to be the president of the United States one day." All right, Phil, sit your punk ass down. We get it.
Is it just me or is his eyes kind of really weird? It's like always really pointy. I don't
His
know.
whole fucking body is. His
And it
whole
looks like he
body
has
is weird,
eyeliner
man.
on. Like, doesn't it look like he has eyeliner on?
His whole body is weird.
It
like,
is.
His face was like somebody smacked him with a bag of bricks. Like, especially now. Back then when he was younger, he looked like a chubbier version of the asshole from American History X. Now he looks like somebody smashed his face in with a bag of hot quarters.
Other thing, I'm not religious,
And he is definitely more right-leaning than left-leaning. He's not a centrist. He does like he loves to pretend that he's some centrist, and like even centrists are technically right-leaning.
I'm not anti-religious either. I'm also kind of in the middle.
And there's nothing
So
wrong
kinda
with
in the
being
middle of
right-wing. I'm
everything.
just saying,
And I
like,
try to see
stop
things from a
lying.
neutral perspective to try
I
to
mean,
understand
if you're-
both
He looks
sides
like
of an
the-
argument.
It depends if you're
looks like
extreme
the hobo
conservative,
version.
but yeah.
He looks like the hobo version of the Keebler Elf.
So I think that I could probably bring some uniqueness to
No, you
discussions
really
about this
can't.
stuff. The problem is, people don't want that today. Today, people want either you're with me or you're against me. You understand? Like, we are so polarized right now in the United States on everything.
Oh my God! You know the
that
weird
it's like
thing
either
about
you
it?
are pure this way
You
or
get the
pure
right
that way. And
motherfucker
if
out
you're
there,
not,
they would give Phil a fucking talk show somewhere.
Well,
Like,
it's
there
like
is an idiot out there that would fund somebody like Phil and give them their own show to hear their fucking unique takes. And people say Bill Maher is bad. I fucking love Bill Maher, but Phil with a talk show, yeah, like that to me that would be just as
no.
bad as Wendy Williams. And fuck that shit.
Oh
Wendy
god,
Williams,
she's
another
just a
giant-ass
fucking idiot.
hypocrite.
Yeah, she's a fucking.
She's a fucking hypocrite.
Yep,
A giant hypocrite.
exactly. I'm like, well, I was
If
gonna
the-
say something. Now I can't remember.
If Phil ever gets a talk show and there's idiots out there that were funding, like I would put him in the same boat as Wendy Williams. Fuck you and your show.
And also, it was like, fuck.
not in agreement with me, you're my enemy. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, you can thank fucking Trump for causing all that diversity. And I know I harp on Trump a lot, and it's not all like, you know what I mean, but like this,
I never
the
cared
world
about the man, so go ahead, say what you want.
before he was elected, this world was
I
not
never
so
cared about him.
this world was not so black and white. This world was not so left versus right versus like extremist versus extreme far right versus far left and all this stuff. Like I don't know what the right word is. It's not diversity, but it's like he divided people so fucking bad. You know what I mean? So now everyone's super divided and up against each other's throats.
Ridiculous. I can't believe there's
And
so
it
many
all
people
started
like
when he
that.
got
I
elected.
mean, who, you're just gonna hate everyone? It's ridiculous. How,
Even
that's like
before
a
he got
4-year-old
elected, I
acts
never
like
gave
that.
a shit
And
about
that's
him
we
or
have
his
grown
family or his
adults. We
hotel
have
chain.
people in
No,
our
of course not.
government
And he's a
running things
like
that
he's
fucking
I'm sorry, I don't want to, but he is a terrible
Go ahead,
actual.
go ahead. No, do your thing.
He's actually a terrible businessman. Like people don't seem to realize just how bad of a businessman he is. Like he bankrupt
Well, the
every
same thing
fucking
could be-
business he bankrupts it.
The same thing could be said about Vince McMahon. Fuck him too,
Mhm,
and a bunch of
exactly.
other billionaires out there.
Yeah. Elon
It's
Musk is a
insane.
fucking joke. And it's funny because like if you go back like 5 or 6 years, you'll see like
Please don't bring him up.
No, I know. I'm sorry, but it's like if you go back
No,
5 or
there's nothing to be sorry about. Not to cut you off. The reason I'm saying that is because his baby mom is one of my favorite singers, Grimes. Like Grimes is a Canadian singer. She has a beautiful voice, and I'm mad she got 2 kids with him.
right.
Like, what the fuck do you see in him? Like that's why I can't. When people talk about Elon Musk, I'm like, yo, you done ruined one of my favorite singers, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's like so.
Like,
It's like you look
Go
back.
ahead, sorry.
You look back 5 or 6 years ago, and like people thought he was the smartest man in the world, right? Because like they didn't realize. I knew it, but like they didn't realize he was just surrounding himself with smart people who were doing the work for him. So like you go on, like you see, like there'll be like a cameo with him on The Simpsons or South Park or whatever, and he's like, they portray him as like this really smart person, and nowadays we know that's not the fucking case, and he was just surrounding himself with people that were a lot smarter than him, building all these rockets. Obviously, he didn't fucking build all these rockets to know what he's doing. He's literally just hiring smart people to fucking do the work for him and taking all the goddamn credit for himself. And we know better now, but he's a fucking idiot.
You know what's scary? Somebody would be dumb enough to give Phil his own show. I mean, Bill Maher used to be... Don't put
that into the universe. Just don't...
Bill Maher used to be on Fox until he got kicked off of Fox because he said the 9/11 terrorists were actually had bigger balls than some American branches of the military for what they did. For whatever reason why he would say that, I don't know. But he gets kicked off of Fox or whatever news place he was working for, and then you fast forward years later, HBO gave this man a show that's been on for over a decade. So it's not far-fetched for some idiot with money to sit there and say, you know what, I like what Phil's saying, I'm gonna give him a talk show.
I hope not.
The world is right now. So anyway, we'll see what happens in the future. Like I said, eventually.
Yeah, Dwight Race. I don't like Biden either. They're both fucking jokes.
We're not going there
and terrible. And I'm like, as a country, we can't do better than these two fucking old assholes. Like, really?
As I get older, that's something to move.
You know, the last time I've actually voted for a president was when
is that I never run out of content.
I've never voted for a president.
I voted for Obama a while back.
I didn't vote for Obama.
I will never run out of content.
I didn't vote for
and I will
Bush.
never have to be toxic.
Mayors.
Unlike all these other shitbags who don't know how to have an intelligent discussion or entertain anyone.
I ain't voting for no
all
president.
They do is make fun of people. I don't have to be like this.
I don't even think voting makes much of a difference anymore anyway.
And there's tons of shit that I haven't even delved into yet that we could definitely talk about in the future, and I'd be happy to. But we have
Phil,
to.
No
let's
one wants to hear
a while. I'm only in my early 40s. I got a long ways to go on this planet.
Are you sure about that, Phil?
Yo, I said that in Ravens Dolphins chat.
Bro,
when he was streaming this earlier. I said, how the fuck does he know he has a long way to go?
Like, no, like I'm only 40. Yeah, you're only 40 and you look like a goddamn ghoul, my bro. Like, you are falling apart.
He'll be 42 next year. I'll be 43. So, you know, he needs to stop. He shaved off like 2 years off his age already.
Oh,
so
he is more than 2 years off his age. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's pulling the Dale because Dale shaved like 10 years off his age. And Phil just like shaved 2 years off his age. Oh, I'm 40. You're about to be 42, dude.
And with all that drinking, he shaved a lot more years off his life, too, because he's not going to make it to be 50 or 60, I don't think.
Like, these people need to stop lying about your age. We all know how old you are.
Okay. I received a $2 tip. Comment Frenzy says, on that note, you think people have lost their sense of humor. Feels like jokes that were okay not too long ago are now taboo. Now, here's what's happened, okay? People now are out to find
After Richard
something to be
Pryor and George Carlin died, a lot of them real
people aren't out to have a good time in life. It's
jokes
like everyone
they
needs
said
to have a
they had a
reason
lot
to
of slurs in them.
So that they can complain and have their voice be heard. Like, it's really important.
George Carlin was so fucking good, though, man.
To the world
he was.
On
George Carlin used a bunch of slurs back then, but he made it funny.
So you can find something that
he spoke and honestly, like, he was really smart, and like the way he talked about like politics and stuff in his stand-up comedy, like he was fucking dead on. Like, he predicted a lot of the shit that we're doing now. That's happening now, I mean. In terms of like politics and shit like that, and the government controlling everything, like stuff like that.
And act like it's valid. That's what people are dying for.
He really is,
right?
Dwight.
Oh my god, I was so wronged because someone made a joke about something. Like, it really hurt me so deeply.
Anybody that thinks Phil's not a racist, just go watch the Dead Sea Scrolls.
If someone made a joke,
he said the N-word on Alphism Radio,
and
trying to impress some chick that he thought he could fuck, but she was even thinking about him.
That you can't go on living. Perhaps you should see a psychiatrist. Okay? However, the flip side of that is
Like, if anyone on this planet needs a psychiatrist, it's you, though, Phil.
If you are
like, you're the one who needs a psychiatrist more than anyone.
Defaming someone,
all these cows need to be a straitjacket. Seriously,
they really do.
Right, and it's just well accepted. I'll just keep piling on someone, and now that person is having a hard time living because you fucked with them so much. That's different.
And you know what's even weirder? If you take USA
on social
like
media,
weeks now,
every little tiny
it's only been re-screaming Phil, talking shit about Phil. Like,
versus
he's really not even doing what his channel was based on.
And it seems like there's no protection.
It's like he has some weird obsession with Phil now.
Toxic nature of the internet and the fact
yeah, he's trying to be like Keemstar almost. I would argue, like he's trying to fill the position Keemstar left when he retired or something. Trying to be like this drama kind of thing.
First off, he's not going to be able to pull that off because in Keemstar's eyes, Rich was just as bad as Boogie and Wings.
He is.
So
yeah,
like no,
he's not going to be able to pull it off. No, definitely not. Maybe he stops spamming the goddamn soundboard all the fucking time.
And his sound clips are corny.
That kind of behavior.
Exactly.
So it goes
he's
both
like,
ways.
So he's just as immature as fucking Phil.
Yeah, King Sly and Alt have like the best soundboard techniques. Cause Alt soundboard is funny as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rich, man. God. Again, I don't see.
To what extent?
God bless you,
and again,
Duty.
The question would be to what extent is it allowed?
That's your bull. God bless you.
Fair. You know, I've always been one to divvy out jokes, but also I could take a joke. The problem is when
he can't take a joke if it's against him. He can take a joke if it's against some other race or if it's against Italians, but if it's against him personally, he can't take the joke.
Mind you, this is the same dude that tried to convince an audience on John Rambo's show about the sexual undertones in Lion King.
I saw that video. I finally saw that video. Yeah. It was what? Yep. I'm like, what, Phil?
YouTube
that was so bad.
And basically make shit up about me. And then
according to Phil Paul Burnell, if you're a king, you're allowed to rape women.
You know, we could talk about this all day. I don't particularly feel like talking about it.
Apparently.
So, okay. Have I ever thought about running for president? Well, I'm starting to get to the age where I'd be eligible, right? Like, I was too young. It seems like you got to be in your earliest 40s or 50s to try to run for president. No one would take
honestly, Phil,
I think to be Biden, 35 and up.
I think Biden is in. I think Biden is in better health and better shape than you are right now, Phil. And that's fucking saying something.
Seriously.
Ronald Reagan is in better health than fucking Phil, dude.
It's like I said, if Donald Trump could be elected president, I certainly could be elected president.
Well, you're both fucking idiots, so I mean...
I definitely, it could... he's done way worse things than I ever have.
But he has money to back it up. He has money to apply.
What's sad? You know what's sad in this generation? If Phil did run for office, like in Ravens Dolphins said, in Aquatail said he would be rejected for the sick shit that he's done on camera, like masturbating and the
there's no way he would make it, but if he did,
you would have people who would still vote for him even knowing that. Oh, he masturbated on stream. Oh, he was talking about space Jews. He said the N-word on Alphaism Radio while trying to press some whorish gamer shit, and people would still vote for him.
It would take it would take a team of people to try to like clean up his image and try to make him look presentable and actually not talk nonsense. It's like, okay, Phil, here are the cue cards. Literally only fucking read what is on the cue cards. Do not say anything fucking else, Phil. And they would hold the cue card things up, and he would still go on rambles and like, cut the camera.
That's why I'm to the point where, you know what, let LTG get his Netflix deal. Let Rich run for office. Let Review Tech USA be the Bizarro Keemster, because they're all going to fail within the span between a month and possibly a year of them getting their dreams.
So I absolutely
they're going to fail.
Oh yeah,
and I'm going to fucking laugh.
They won't even make it that far though. That's the thing.
It's actually your servant. To
LTG gets to Hollywood. I guarantee you, he's going to do one fucking movie maybe, or one TV show, commercial, whatever.
Okay.
So he's going to say some shit, do some shit, and you'll never see him again.
President 4 years ago. It was a joke. But I don't know where it is. I have it somewhere on my computer. I have to find it. I totally forgot where I put it.
Make America hate again. What the fuck? And he never thought that would come off as wrong or racist.
Do I think YouTube and Twitch streamers could unionize?
Well, he's going by that whole King of Hate bullshit, that team hate shit. When he was back playing Street Fighter professionally.
With Twitch?
Yeah, I know, but even back then, you wouldn't think that like maybe that could come off as wrong.
I don't think
maybe a little bit.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think they care. I think before.
And you also got to remember, he is a Bizarro Maximilian dude.
I'm serious. I think they would just say fuck it and just close the company before they would care. That's my feeling anyway. When you're talking about two of the biggest companies on the planet who are so filthy rich, rolling in money, I don't think that they answer to anyone. They feel like, you know,
whoever said that shit in his chat,
I mean, put it this way.
Talking about some,
Twitch
they said,
has not increased the bit rate
Twitch
that
and
you can
YouTube
stream
needs
at
the people on Twitch and YouTube need to unionize.
So you can't,
That's so
cannot even
stupid.
stream at 1080p 60 frames per second on Twitch smoothly. You can't, unless you're a
Phil.
Imagine that the Twitch streamers union or the YouTube streamers union. Imagine that bullshit.
That would be fucking stupid.
How dumb can you fucking be?
That would be fucking stupid.
Somebody in his chat asked that fucking question. That's why he's responded to. Oh, you think the Twitch and YouTube streamers should unionize? Like, that's impossible.
All right, like, I want to say something real quick. It's like, just because, like, you cannot stream at 1080p 60 frames per second now, no matter how high you try to force your bitrate to go up, your camera is not look at this. Look how bad this quality is. And obviously this is on a different person, but still, like, you can go to his streams and look at his webcam. It's not 1080p. It's not 60 frames per second. No matter how high he jacks up that bitrate, it's not going to appear that. He needs a better fucking camera.
Not just that, we're not to that point where technology, like movies and video games and shit, look ultra realistic to the point where it looks like live action.
Site is based on
we're not there yet.
Video
we're not going to be there for a long time.
Do that. If they don't care about that, do you really think they give two fucks about anything else? They don't care about anything. All they care about is the money roll.
Let's say you're playing like Persona. Do you really want your characters in Persona to look like people you see walking down the street every fucking day?
No, that's why I like the anime aesthetic, you know, and like that's gonna be like a timeless aesthetic. I don't want hyper-realism in games. I don't.
How pathetic would it be if, you know, we get like a realistic Dragon Ball game where they look like real people with those ridiculous ass hairstyles? Oh, wait a minute. Demon Slayer did that. But the live-action Demon Slayer, like a bunch of cosplayers.
Exactly. Well, how did they have that fucking One Piece live-action Netflix movie? And it looks kind of silly. I'm sorry.
We don't talk about that.
It looks like terrible.
That's like the Netflix Death Note. No, we don't. No. That's just as dumb as them putting the cowl on Wolverine and Wolverine to Deadpool.
All right.
Oh, he finally got the cowl and the costume.
All right, here's the deal.
It looks ridiculous in live action. That's why Hugh Jackman never had the cowl before. Because it looks ridiculous in real life.
And that's anti-politics in the United States.
I mean, Batman's cowl in live action looks ridiculous compared to the comic book.
You take a look at the people we have in Congress and the House.
But it's Batman.
The House and even the people in the fucking judicial branch, even the president, they're all out for themselves. They're not looking out for the best of the people.
You are looking. Oh my God! Does he think he'd be any different? Like you?
I said this in Ravens Dolphins chat. How many people? No, I'm sorry.
It's like,
go ahead.
He right now, his whole YouTube career in general, he has been looking out for nothing but himself. He's been looking to profit for nothing but himself. There's no way in fuck he would stand up for the rights of anyone. He would be a wannabe dictator president just like Trump was. Jesus.
They get into their positions of power, and
how
then
many people we got chat right now?
Lobbying contracts.
Dwight's talking, but we only have 2 people watching.
All kinds of shit to give out.
Yeah, I said the same thing in Ravens Dolphins chat. Like,
we have a corrupted government system in the United States.
Office, like I said, let it happen so we can watch
once in a while, you get someone in there who actually tried to. I don't know.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
You get on one side of the political spectrum.
No, because like that would be his ultimate downfall. Let it happen.
I mean, he would
God,
never
I'm
get
having
there
a
in the
brain
first
fart.
place anyways.
The guy from Arkansas,
You
the
never
military
know.
guy, he just passed away a few years ago from a brain tumor, I believe.
I mean, him
I can't
masturbating
believe
on
I'm
stream
having-
would make some weirdos
God, I'm
vote
having a
for him.
brain
Some
fart.
people vote
I
for him
can't
just
believe I'm
because of
forgetting
that.
his name because I
Is that what
respected
he's
the guy
talking
so
about?
much.
Is Jimmy
You guys
Carter?
know who I'm talking about, right?
Thanks for being here, Dwight.
You guys are gonna tell me his name in a minute. I know you.
Thank you, Dwight.
Jimmy Carter? Is that what he's talking about?
Somebody said in Raven Dolphins chat he was talking about
You had him on one side, the Republican
Joe Biden.
side. John
No,
McCain.
not
Thank you
Biden.
so much.
John
John
McCain, yeah, see?
Oh,
on
it's
the one
McCain
side.
he's talking about.
And on the other side,
Yeah.
you had Bernie Sanders. Completely different philosophies on politics, but both of them want to end
You know,
the
King
and
Sly
like-
T is going to tear this man a new one on Monday.
Who?
King Sly, when he watches this on Monday on stream, he's
Oh.
going to tear this idiot a new one.
That'll be a good one. No, I'm like, people think like, okay, so like, I lean more left, obviously, but like, if they had more competent Republicans, like, I would, maybe it depends on who they're running against. Like, McCain, I thought was a decent candidate for president. I thought he was better than Trump.
We
He
do
was
have
sensible.
competent Republicans. We do have competent Republicans,
But
but
they're
most
not
of them
running.
are like,
Yeah, they're not running though. That's the
what I was about
problem.
to say, what I was about to say is most of them are like mayors and like governors right now.
Right, they're not running for president. And then like
Yeah.
the whole GOP is just focusing on Trump. Or God forbid they try to do DeSantis, who's
Well,
another motherfucker. Like
I'm a Republican, but I didn't. Again, like I said, I've never voted for a president, so
right.
like. But
Yeah.
I am a Republican, and part of the reason why I said fuck it, I'm gonna be a Republican is because you have an idiot like Sonic Fox, another famous fighting game player, who said the Republicans hate him because he's gay and a furry. Dickhead, they have gay Republicans out here.
Right.
He made it seem like there's no such thing as a gay Republican. Like, Republican is just a democratic thing. And when you start sitting there dividing people or dividing the LGBT like that, only Democrats are gay. Like, all Republicans are like straight, racist, homophobic people. No, that's a dangerous president. And he said this on stage after he got an award. He got an award for being one of the best players. I think it was Dragon Ball Fighters or some shit. He won like a tournament, like a Dragon Ball Fighters tournament or something. He said, "Oh, the Republicans hate me because I'm gay and I'm a furry." And I'm like, dude.
I think he's confusing Republicans with like the far right. Like maybe the far right people would think that, or evangelicals and people like that, they would think that, but not all Republicans. I mean, that's kind of stupid to think that.
I'm pretty sure we have some gay Republicans out here, especially in politics. I'm pretty sure we do.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, like, look at Caitlyn Jenner. She's like transgender and everything like that. She's still voting Republican every goddamn time and doing all this other stuff, you know?
Just like, I guarantee you, we might see it before we die. We might not, but I guarantee you, we're going to get a gay president one day.
I would like to see.
There's either going to be a gay or there's going to be a gay or lesbian president one day. I guarantee you.
Wasn't there like, was it like his name was like Ryan Buttigieg? So like, he was some guy who was running in the last election, I think, and I think he was gay too. And I thought I think he was a Republican too, wasn't he?
I think I gotta look that up. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I thought he was.
So. Yeah, me neither. I didn't hear about that one.
I might be misremembering though.
Everyone in Washington is paid off. They want to end that completely. They always wanted to stop the lobbying because they wanted people to actually be public servants. Okay?
I mean, it would be nice if they got rid of the lobbyists, but I doubt that's going to happen.
They don't do that. They only do what's in their own best interest.
Biggest thing to stick away from this. This is supposed to be a man who's supposed to be a video game streamer.
Yeah, what does this have to do with video games? Exactly.
Thank you.
You shouldn't even be bringing this up.
Yeah,
he's talking about shit.
That's the thing. If I were to become a politician, I would actually do it for the people. Because guess what? Take a look at me now as a YouTuber. Do I take any payoffs?
Yes. You beg all the time.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Any paid product
placements?
He
takes payoffs.
Do I do any
shilling? He takes payoffs from OIC.
I have all these opportunities
he takes payoffs from
to get paid,
all them other fucking
and I always turn them down.
People that still give him money.
He turns them down because he can't get them anymore. At one point, he could have gotten them. Now he can't get any sponsorships anymore because he knows as soon as he takes the sponsorship, his detractors are like, I mean, I'm not going to do it, but some people are going to do that. They're going to go to the sponsorship or whatever. And
like I said before, we have detractors is actively trying to get this man kicked out of his own house right now. So
because I want to be true to myself. I want to put out honest.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I wouldn't go that far either. But I would like to see maybe his bankruptcy get overturned, or him having to pay extra or something like that.
I want to see people like Phil and Dill and Wings and Rich. I want to see them, get humbled. But I said this before, about Dill. I don't want to see them dead. I don't want to see them homeless, because that solves nothing.
Exactly, and they're not going to learn their lesson by doing that.
Yeah, and there are detractors that do want to see them dead. If you were to kill Phil now, you make him a martyr. If you kill Low Tier God, you make him a martyr. He's going to die being who he is now. You're going to make him a martyr. You kill Rich or Wings, the detractors who do want to see them dead and homeless and broke in the street, you make them into martyrs. You make them into saints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want LTG to be remembered. Oh yeah, he was controversial streamer, but somebody killed him. Now we have to honor him. Blah blah. No, I don't want that. No.
That's just it. DSP darksydephil has collapsed on stream, folks. The ambulance is on its way, but I think he had some sort of heart attack or something. More at 5.
Yeah, I had to see them change their ways and be flat out killed by somebody, or somebody gets these guys swatted and they get killed that way, or they get them kicked out their house and they're homeless and they can't survive and they die in the street. Again, you make them into saints.
I think at the end of the day, they're gonna stay the people they are. They're too far gone to ever change properly. And they're always gonna their downfall is always gonna be on them. They are gonna create their own downfall. They don't need help from us. We're just here to watch the clown show that it is.
But just like Aquatil said, and she agreed with me when I said the same thing, we do got some detractors that are going too far. When you start wishing for darksydephil to die, which in my opinion, he doesn't deserve to die, but he deserves to be humbled. But no, when you start wishing for these lolcows to die because they piss you off that much and they don't even know you personally, it's time for you to stop being a detractor.
Yeah, you might need to take a break. Yeah, you might need to take a break or something. Yeah.
Go play some Persona. Go play Persona Free and cry.
I've never been so mad at someone that I wanted them to die. Never. It's like
I have videos. Yeah, I have videos on my channel about it. Like, I despise who Dale is as a person, but do I want him dead? No. Do I want him homeless? No. I want him to look in the mirror and stop being an asshole, but I don't want him dead. Him dead solves nothing. darksydephil dead solves nothing.
No, it doesn't. And I want to keep laughing at this fucking shit show. It's fucking funny, watching this guy flail and not understand basic human concepts and shit. I'm like, keep the fucking reality TV show going, dude.
It's meaningful for my audience.
Most likely,
and I curate that style of content for them, and they support it.
DSP's gonna die.
That's who I am as a person.
He's drinking himself to death.
I wouldn't feel
just like Cobra is. They're both drinking themselves to death.
You understand? So if I were to come,
I can't wait for the day people start noticing that Phil has yellow jaundice. Because when you drink too much, you get that yellow jaundice.
And he definitely looks it. Yeah.
You have to have a campaign. Where's the money gonna come from? If I'm not kissing ass so that companies will finance
Are you gonna beg for money to go? What is it like to go? What's the right word?
What, to run for office?
Yeah, to run for office. You know how they go from state to state and do all these rallies? He's gonna beg he can't even beg his viewers to supposedly pay his bills or to fix his fucking shower. But he's gonna be over here begging his viewers to fucking run for president.
How would I ever get elected?
Come on.
That's the problem with American politics.
Yeah, and like I said in Ravens Dolphins, he's gonna secretly try to spend that money on his addictions.
Right?
Oh no, 100%. Yeah.
Vote for you.
He's gonna get caught doing that, and he's gonna be
start a super PAC
kicked out the race.
Oh God. Oh. Anyway, we've had a little bit of a political discussion today, but we won't delve it much deeper. I promise you. All right.
And Phil only has the smartest people. American MAGA Undertaker / arrested. Make games great again. DSP 2024. Jesus Christ.
That's the name of the person in his chat. American MAGA Undertaker.
Yep, that's a person in his chat.
Oh my God.
You can see my screen, right? You should be able to see it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's on the left side. This is his chat here, yeah.
To other people. It means
12-year-olds
that I fully trust our government.
Never trust your government, Phil.
Once again, as I stated, some people are black and white about everything, correct? Like, if you took a vaccine for COVID, that means you're a government shill.
Man, I'm black and white when it comes to rapists and pedophiles. Kill them all.
Agreed with that, definitely. But what? Okay, so I'm into conspiracy theories a bit myself, right?
So am I.
But I've never heard anyone say that you're a government shill for getting the vaccine. I've heard people be called sheep for getting the vaccine, and I got the vaccine. I'm I'm fine. I'm healthy. And I work in retail, so I kind of had to. But at the same time,
that's the thing. That's the thing I'm about to say. At the time, because I wasn't going to get the vaccine, but at the time I did get it. It was around the time where America, all the jobs in America were forcing people to get it, or else they was going to fire you.
Right, exactly. Which I don't agree with that either. Honestly, I'm not.
Me neither.
I don't agree with that either. It should be a choice. But at the same time, it's no, I've heard people be called sheep and blindly following government orders, which I don't agree with. But I've never heard them called a shill. No, I don't think mine didn't. No.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Around the time my job forced us to get it, they actually paid us after we got it.
Yeah, no, ours fucking didn't. It was bullshit. I'm I got it because I had to get it, and you ain't giving me shit.
When we showed proof that we actually got it, they gave us a $400 incentive. They gave us $200 that pay week for proving that we got the vaccine, and then a month later they gave us another $200.
Well, that's good. At least you got something out of it.
Yeah. But still, the fact that America had that point in time where they forced people to get it, that was wrong.
Now, the only time I would maybe agree that they should get it is if they're in the medical field. If you work in the actual medical field, in a hospital, a doctor's office, you probably should fucking get it. Because you don't want to be spreading that to sick people. But if you don't work in the medical field, I don't see why you should be forced to get it like that. But anyway, as someone who's... Yeah, exactly. And as someone who is, does believe in some conspiracies, legitimately, I do believe in some conspiracies.
You and me too. You and me both.
Yeah, so it's no, you shouldn't always fucking trust the government. But that doesn't mean they're always the bad guy and always out to get you either, though.
To that connection without jumping so many huge conclusions and connections that don't exist. How do you get to that point? Where is your big whiteboard of conspiracies? How many pieces of twine?
So look at this guy here, Fred Berger, who's an idiot. Or maybe he's actually trying... No, he's an idiot.
What did he say?
So can you see it on my stream? My mouse?
It's kind of... I'm on the tablet, so it's kind of
okay.
blurry.
I'll read it for you. A vaccine doesn't prevent the spread of it at all. You still get sick and infect others. That's not the point of the vaccine. The point of the vaccine is...
Well, it won't be as bad.
Yes. So it's for when you do get it, it won't be nearly as life-threatening as it could be. That's the whole point of the vaccine, so people stop dying from it. You still have to... You still have to quarantine yourself if you get it. It's not going to prevent you from getting it.
That's how Bray Wyatt died. He got COVID, it gave him a heart condition, and he died of a heart attack.
Right, and a lot of people were dying still dying from it, and we're dying from it.
Not everyone's like you, just so you know. Not everyone has those kind of thoughts.
right.
Like
So
everything about this man is monetization. Everything about him is it's like a 12-year-old who looked over his dad's shoulder while his dad was reading the newspaper. And then, so he wanted to seem smart and important at school. He went to school the next day after his dad was reading the Sunday paper. He went to school on Monday after looking over his dad's shoulder and tried to start up intelligent conversation with other 10, 11, and 12-year-olds who don't care about this shit, trying to seem intelligent. Now everybody's just sitting there in the lunchroom table pointing and laughing at them because they care about Pokemon and Transformers, and he's sitting there trying to be big brain Phil after looking over his dad's shoulder while his dad read the Sunday paper trying to seem intelligent.
exactly. So I think we're going to be ending it here because I'm kind of getting hungry. So I need to eat, and then I'm going to have to go pick him up. Actually, I got to go pick him up soon. So
yeah, of course.
So I'll have to eat when I get back. But thank you for coming in and joining our chat.
I love it.
I was a little worried because you didn't show up at first. So I was a little worried, but
I was away from my tablet because I don't got like a laptop or a desktop. I was away from my tablet, but I did come back about 10 minutes later. You saw that?
Yeah, no, you weren't too. You didn't miss much. I was just going off a little randomly and something. So it's all good.
So I did come back. So when's the next time we're going to meet again?
I don't know yet because I don't really have anything planned for a stream yet. So I'll have to like look at some videos and see if I can find some other things to stream about or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll have you.
We talk about conspiracy stuff.
Well, if we do, that'll be on my other channel. I think I sent you the link to it. I don't know.
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll send you the link to that other channel because I have a podcast where I talk about conspiracy theories and paranormal stuff. So it'll probably be on a podcast episode with me and my boyfriend about that if you want, and we can talk.
But you said you was gonna have me do something. What you gonna have me do?
Oh, be on an episode of our podcast where we talk about shit like that.
No, but before that, you said you was gonna have me. You was thinking about ideas for the show. You was gonna have me do something.
Oh no! I said I'll have to look at some videos and come up with a deal if it's going to be on this channel about DSP related stuff. Because unless he says something else really stupid, or I was thinking about maybe going back. Did I finish the I don't think I finished the side scrollers one yet. So maybe we can finish watching the side scrollers interview together.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, this. Even though it was 5 hours long, I mean, you could always rewatch something and break it down. I do that.
Well, I did. So, like, I have. Hold on, let me double check here. 1 second. Let me go to my streams because I already broke it down and had 2 longer-ish streams where I cut it in half or whatever, and I think I still have. Yeah, so I had part 2 here. Don't monetize the hate. And then, because fucking monetize the haters, guys. And then I didn't finish that. So I think I still had like an hour left of the interview. Or maybe a little less than an hour left of it. So we can finish watching that. Or we can maybe go back in time and try to like watch some of the older shit or something like that.
Do that. I mean, whatever day you want to.
All right. And I think I might like make a few separate videos too.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I just like the opportunity to be able to talk to you and being here doing what we do. Like, it's real refreshing, and it's real good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, or maybe we could just
like. It means a lot to me.
Maybe we could just do like bullshit streams where we're not trying to like react to a Phil thing, and we could just like fucking talk on streamer or whatever, and whoever wants to come in.
I mean, especially since we have a lot in common. Like I said, you brought up Grand Blue and Persona and all that, like which is stuff and Fire Emblem, which is stuff that I love.
Yeah, they're great games. But I don't know. Definitely. I don't know anything about the new fighting game yet, so I'm gonna have to check into that. See if the new Grand Blue is what's going on with that. I don't know.
I'll look into it when it comes out, as long as it's, like they treat it like an update. If you already got the first one, I'll definitely get it. But if they treat it like a separate game and you got to get the trophies and shit all over again, I might just skip it.
Well, what other characters could they add, though? I mean, like, they have all the characters already.
Well, Grand Blue, if you look at the whole franchise, Grand Blue has over, like, 300 characters.
Wait, really? I didn't even think it was that long of an anime. How many seasons does it have?
No. It was a mobile game before it was anime.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a Japanese mobile game.
I could never get that mobile game to work on my phone either. I tried getting that that game to work on my phone, and it wouldn't work.
Yeah, so they have like 300 plus characters, and they all have profiles.
I thought it was just the anime. Yep. Okay.
No,